WHISK.
Yami's not sound. It's not smash again. What's it? Say, Mom, I'm buying whatever because me. Just give it to one again, like when you say you can keep it. I'm fine. That was something. Okay.
welcome back everyone. 7 o'clock on the 4th of October. Today is a Saturday. We're starting early, big time. I can't believe it. I know I'm on a black void right now, guys, but to be honest, it's a perfect intro because just to sort of get that through. Welcome everybody, this is Scuffed Epoch. You're watching Latent Space Live. I'm Drift Johnson, this is episode 266, and on this glorious day we're starting early. This is going to be a new thing. Always going to start things early, going to do different things in the first hour, so you won't really miss anything, you know, if you join at 8 o'clock and that's your sort of time slot. But I would encourage you to join us. I'm going to be making the show longer. Basically, I realized something. We've only got 100 episodes until we've been doing this every day for a full year. And that's probably going to sort of land right on New Year's. So, like I say, it's going to get interesting over the next couple of months, I'm sure. Technology just keeps getting more and more crazy. The models are more and more capable all the time. And, yeah, let's wake up the cat. Wake up! What are you doing down there? Are you even alive? Sometimes I've got to kick these machines. Come on, my guy. I know you're in there. There we go. He's like, I'm sorry, Johnson. I can't get up. Okay. We're in. I've got the laptop tonight. I'm harvesting videos from my... It doesn't work. Phones, technology. Welcome, everybody. Let's get some music. Why isn't it playing? Oh, yeah. I got to push up the fader. All right. We're back in business. Should be some quiet music from my collection. Speaking of my collections, that's a pretty nice API you got over there. I shall add it to my collection. Welcome everyone. Apollonia giving us a wave. Fernicar Battlecruiser operational. Liked and subscribed. Now where were we? Bumping the tunes. Profi Prompter. Sup? Long time no see. Indeed. Glad to have you along for the ride. Like I said, episode 266. Feels good. We're gonna be hitting 269 on what, Tuesday? We'll see how it goes. Looking forward to episode 300 coming up very soon. Gonna shift things a little bit as we head into the Halloween and the Christmas period. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. But anyway, what are we even doing? You know, you're currently looking at the hidden repo neural cognito core. And I've been working on freaking academic papers. Because as you know, I've been working on a brain. But the thing is, the brain, it's not actually, it's funny. I did a lot of research. And I found serious backing, fundamental backing, that proves that my system doesn't just work, it's legit. The only thing is, it needs rigorous testing. And so I'm faced with a quandary. I have to release it because I can't test it. You see what I mean? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do like a crazy campaign where I'm just going to spam as many places that will let me publish with my paper. I'm going to document the fact that it was published. So even if it gets taken down or whatever, it doesn't matter. Yeah. And someone gave me this glorious idea on the Lovable.dev chat when I was talking to the guys last night. Oh yeah, we're doing WHISK tonight, baby. We're doing more than just WHISK, because you only get a couple of spins. It's experimental. But we're going to see if we can build our own WHISK in Comfy UI. I think it's actually possible with a few tweaks and some agentic stuff. It just so happens I have a tool which I built, which is not Comfy UI, which does just about everything WHISK is doing, but it doesn't have an IP adapter, and I think that's their secret sauce. A bit of prompt agents and IP adapter will probably do it. But like I say, we're going to look into all of that stuff. I'm obviously going to be picking from my best prompts and archive picks to fuel the few spins that we do get. So that's going to be fun. Dragon says, I'm building open source Sora 2 build now. I'll let you know how it goes. Oh, there's an open source Sora 2? Is it a community or an official? I've not heard of that one. So like I said, lots of stuff to look forward to tonight. I've started early on purpose so that I can finish off the Lovable.dev apps. So one of them is basically, it's so close to WHISK, guys, and I didn't even know. I built it as part of the Lovable competition. It's called AltVideoEdit. Now, let's take a look at the repo real quick, because I just want to prove this is not like, you know, can I even remember what it was called? Oh, it's not in GitHub. Huh? Okay, let's jump over to Lovable. I got Lovable. Good stuff. See, this was the last one on the list, and we never got to it because, quite frankly, we deserved more time to explain what it even was. Oh, do you know what? I'm just going to have to go to one of my projects and backtrack. So, video concatenator, it's out. Okay, just to remind you, I got to do some I've got to do some housekeeping, guys. So, just to remind you, ClickCraft 31 project became the video concatenator, which is available at. No, it's not. It's on the GitHub, and it's called Video Concats, and you can download it, and it's an Electron app on your desktop. It's made for putting AI clips together really fast for you. So you can download this, install it to your desktop. Yeah, no web access required. It's just a simple thing. And this is part of a tutorial on how to use Lovable. It took me, I think, 2 credits on Lovable, which is basically nothing, and then $6 to build this into the Electron desktop app. So this is part of my course on, you know, vibe coding to actual production. So if you want to check this project out, you can download it, check it out. Obviously the full source code is provided, but if you just want to use it, just go to the releases and you've got the Windows EXE. All right, so that's that done, out the way. And the same thing goes for my special video resizer tool, which is made for AI, video and image prompters. And it's specifically built for you guys because it has the divisible 64 or the divisible 32 rule built in. Okay, again, I provide full source code. All right, and then you've got the initial release for EXE desktop build. Okay, now I can show you this one. It looks like this, but it'll be an Electron desktop app. So you put all of your images in here, big batch of images. You can go up to 24 megapixel, which is pretty big. Let's take this one here. And like I said, if I want to do an aspect ratio override, I can do that. It'll end up being 6560 by 3680. And this is divisible 32. If I want it to be, off it goes, it's done. We take a look. This is not a detail enhancer. It just changes the size of the images and it observes safe AI sizing, and all you have to do is put the number in. It doesn't care. It's automatic. Beautiful. Am I some kind of university professor? I would say that if you're in this stream, you are basically in a university level lecture, because I do university level lectures, but I like to do this because I feel like it gives back to something which has given me a meaningful career, and I want as many people to come into that as possible. So I'm just trying to help, you know. I'm just trying to be positive, part of the loop, you know. Profy, he just asked me, am I just some kind of university prof? I'm actually what's my full title? Applied Research Engineer is my current title. Like, technically I call myself a consultant, though, you know, for the sake of simplicity. But anyway, Stone Sage says, hey Drift, can you quickly explain a few things about IP adapter, like embed scaling options and weight types, and also what does attention mask actually do, and the IP adapter embeds nodes? Okay, I'm going to give you a quick rundown on what everything you just said. Yeah? Yeah. Don't worry, man, I'm getting there. He's just asked about his question. Okay. So regarding embed scaling options, I would encourage you to play with the IP adapter, because what I'm going to say is going to be applicable to any IP adapter, and not all of them have the embed scaling exposed, but all of them will have a strength, which is a weight, you know, like its actual main strength. Okay. And then the attention mask, again, not all IP adapters are compatible with that, but the ones that are, I can explain that. Okay, and then I also IP adapter embeds as well. This is a really cool feature if you have an IP adapter that does embeds, because basically, I'll explain right now. When you put images into an IP adapter, it's a bit like doing a vision. Okay, so it shrinks the images down to a very small size, and then it does embedding calculation, right? So if you have embeddings, it skips all that compute. So it's much, much faster, like 10 times faster. So if you make your own IP adapter embeds that you're going to use over and over and over again, that is like 10 times quicker on compute when you use the embeds. That's number one. Number two, the intention mask. Sometimes when you do an IP adapter on, say, a character, there might be stuff in the background, and you might not want the tokens from what's in the background. So if you put, say, a mask of the face, and it's a picture of the face, whatever's in the background doesn't even get looked at by the vision, and so those tokens for whatever it was that was in the background, the junk, doesn't get taken into the embed, okay? So if you do like a masked embed of a face, it's only going to learn the tokens from that face. And what those tokens are depends on which IP adapter, which model we're talking about. Okay? So I hope that explains everything you were talking about. Essentially, you can look at embeds as pre-computed image batch, so whatever that would look like. And then the mask allows you to have some precision, all right? As for the scaling options, I can't think of a good way to explain that without you just playing with it and seeing what it does. And to be honest, that one is a bit weird because a lot of them don't have it. But weight, obviously, would be the strength of the tokens that have been kept in that embedding. All right, I hope that covers that. Let's get back to the show. So like I said, this is basically the app here. You can get this as a local Electron app. All right. And the idea was, again, to show like a very quick way of, I need a tool. Lovable front end, make sure it works, download it, build it as Electron. Now you've got that app forever, whether you have, you know, whether Lovable exists, whether my website continues to exist, because these services I put up online are mostly for demonstration of the students or whoever's watching the videos and as part of courses. So when those courses end, these things will go away. That's just natural, because I'm not really offering a batch image resizer service. I'm teaching you how to make any app you want with that pipeline. Okay, so I think we've covered all of the nonsense. Taking a look, we got a bit of a vote on today. I've asked, do we think WHISK is just IP adapter? Let me look at my question again. Is WHISK using IP adapter with batched image input? 33% say yes. 67% say no. So at the moment, that's the state of the poll. I'm going to leave it up for a bit longer. All right. So, give the opportunity for some more people to pitch in what they think. All right. Lovable. Where is Lovable? Let's get rid of all this. We've talked about this. We've talked about that. We've talked about that. Prompt Chameleon Lab. This is the one. And for some reason, I'm on Hollow. I think I was doing Hollow stuff last night. Yeah, I was doing Hollow stuff. Wait, did I get free credits? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold the phone. They gave me 5 free credits. That's cool. I had 0 yesterday, 100%. That means we might be able to do some clever stuff. 5 credits is actually a lot. People think it's like, oh, that's only 5 chats. We can min-max that. All right. I do enjoy this platform. I think it's a really amazing thing. And the main reason I'm going to show you now. Go back. This is my Lovable. They have Lovable Cloud now. It's very cool. It basically automates all of the Superbase stuff. So now it'll write its own database and things, which is what I'm used to in VS Code. Oh, cool. Featured projects. All right. Looks like the promotion, yeah, they were doing like a 7-day creativity thing. I think they finished it today. Here it is. So on day 1, they did productivity boost. On day 2, they did go bananas, nano, make something with nano. That's what we're going to look at now, the project I made. It's pretty mental, so it needed its own section. That's one of the reasons I started the show early today. And then they said make something with ChatGPT, I think. Lovable for something, I'm not sure. And then they were like, make a game. And the joke is I happened to be making that tabletop multiplayer game that day. So that was like a weird accident because I didn't even read it, and I happened to make my game on the same day. So I submitted that too. So I actually entered 2 apps in this week. And then after that, I took a bit of a day off because I was like, man, I just need to finish some stuff. But it was really fun. I went into their little chat, spoke to their community. There was a bunch of people in there, really clever. There was one guy in there at CERN at 3 a.m. and I was like, damn. He was talking about all kinds of crazy quantum stuff. Inspiring, though. Inspiring. Right. Enough caffeination. Where's my stuff? So let's take a look at Prompt Chameleon Lab. Now, Prompt Chameleon Lab requires me to log in, so hopefully I can actually identify myself. Uh-oh! Oh no! Oh no, I can't log into my own app! Oh no, wait. I know what happened. Okay. Since the last change, I cannot log in with the admin account. Good times. The last thing I did was make it so that only the admin could use part of the app. So yeah, I'm glad I got 5 credits. Looks like I'm gonna have to use one of them up. Whoops. I'm just gonna make sure I'm using the right password. Bring the mic over here. Okay. That's funny. Did I forget to bring my mouse with me? Yes. That's alright. I'm going to use the touchpad. Alright. I need to get into my password manager and find out what I use to log into the thing. Do you know what? It might be that I've got to... Oh, wait. No. It should still work, even in a preview page, because they have like previews and hosted pages, and they're kind of different. Good times. Good times with Lovable. Lovable. Right. I'm just going to make sure that I'm entering the right password in before I do some crazy nonsense and like break everything. Right, zone down, go into the Chameleon Lab. Because basically it does a bunch of cool stuff that we do in Comfy without doing the Comfy. It's all API based at the moment, but I've been thinking about a way to bring this app local and have it talk to Comfy. And then it can just use workflows with the API that Comfy has locally. And then you don't have to pay for anything and you still get it all. You still get the same functionality. So, obviously you have to account for all of the time because there's a lot of like timeouts that are based on what you would expect from an API. And obviously it's going to take longer than that. So you have to kind of architect it. But there is a history endpoint that comes out of like everyone that has a Comfy UI, you have a history endpoint. It might not be exposed by default, but you can expose it when you run Comfy UI, right? And so that means that every image that you actually make, every video that you actually make can be exposed to an endpoint that an app can pick up. So then all you have to do is push an API JSON into your own API, into your own Comfy. And then if you have got a preset workflow, it will work. So let me see what the password is for this bad boy here. Yep. I'm going to laugh so much when it says it's been overwritten with an API key. Invalid credentials. Oh, shit. No users exist. Okay, I destroyed my own user account, guys. That's what actually happened. I destroyed my own user account. Would it be quicker to just make a new account on a different... Yeah. Funny. Should we fix it? Let's go back over to the main machine. You're trying to make sign-in, but there's no account yet. Email address, choose a password. What? You can't do that. Yeah, because we just added an authentication system. And so it deleted my user. Literally the last credit I did nuked the app. That's pretty clever, though. does take it down. See, the thing is, on the 6th, they're going to make the free API chargeable to my account, see? And I've built my app so that it uses API from OpenRouter anyway, so there's no real reason why it should suddenly be charging me for everyone that's on there. You get me? Like, they could just put it into Lovable Cloud mode and use my account for free, which is kind of stupid. So what I did was I made it so that in development mode, you get this, but in production mode, it's all gone. But still, you know. But anyway, I accidentally locked down the entire app. It's cool. This is why I gave myself an extra hour, so it's all good. Would you like me to check? So basically, it just wants me to make a new account, and as long as I register with... If anyone has beaten me to this because they're IQ 300 and they figured out... So stupid. If I do it and there's somebody who already beat me because stream sniping, thank God for that. Because basically there was a really stupid thing that just happened, right? It basically deleted my admin account, and anybody could have created an account with my email address and they would have been granted full admin. Oh yeah, vibe code, baby. I think the hackers are going to have a field day with some of this stuff, man. Seriously. Because anyway, let's get to the app. Because the way I look at it is security hardening is almost like half the project once you've got the functionality working. We're looking at a development project here. So let's bounce the thing and let's talk about what it is. It's actually really sweet. So first of all, we get an AI chat assistant, which is a full chat. And in here, we can talk about whatever project we want to do. And we can send anything, any chat to a generation task. Yeah, I've got my base ENH built in here and my temporal enhancer built in here. So then what happens is you can immediately get some text here. You can just put it in image. Oh, make that an image. Oh, make that a video, you know. So you've got like presets. And originally all it had was an output gallery, which is here. There's nothing there yet, right? Which is split into video and images. And obviously you can download the chat when there is something there. But what I've added recently, which is really cool, is basically the ability to upload your own video clips and your own images to the system, so you don't have to only work with stuff it made. I know that it's like, oh wow, but no, I had to actually add all that in. But you end up getting access to some cool stuff. So let's see if we can add a video, shall we? This is quite long. That's quite a long one. These are all concatenates. So let's just add a video. All right. So add a video. Now let's see. Did it work? Yes, it did. So now we get... Oh, wait a minute. We only get timeline? So I need to add the ability to do the send last frame to edit or extend. Okay, that's okay. There's features missing here. Basically, all I have to do is say add the feature from the output gallery to the input gallery. It's going to be super easy. But just to give you an idea, timeline is just a way to extract a frame. So you don't have to only have the last frame. You can have any frame you want. And that opens up a bunch of possibilities. But the basic idea is you get Banana to edit a frame. And then you get Runware to actually run the video with image to video on C Dance 1.0 Pro is what I've baked in. So again, this is what I want to show you here. So I made it so that it would work with their competition. So it used the Lovable Cloud, which uses, I think, Gemini, Flash, and the image, Gemini image. So it's got the two. It's got the text and the image, the two Gemini models, right? But then because I knew that we're going to want to actually, that's going to be chargeable to my account, which is great. It's fine in development mode. But when you go to production, it's got to be under my control, right? So you can see a typical setup. This is looking like a lot like one of my apps right now. So we've got my OpenRouter key, and for the text model, we're going to use Sonnet 4.5. It's hard baked because for some reason at this point it just won't poll the dashboard, but it works. The vision model is the vision models you get to choose from Sonnet 4. I've only tested it with Sonnet 4, I'll be real, but these two apparently also work. And then obviously the image model, because this is all coming from your API key at OpenRouter. It does it all with that. And then when it comes to the video stuff, got to put it in there again because it saves. It's funny. It saves to your browser storage, not to an app. But you're not. You know what I mean? The sign-in doesn't actually store it because I don't want your data. I don't want your data. Okay. I don't want your data, baby. Can I find some keys? For some reason, the keys are missing. Where are my keys? I don't know why. It's like on a completely different. Ah, here we go. I've got it. I got it. RW. Yeah, that's the one. I got like 6 API keys I just keep having to go back to at the moment. All right, let's just put it to open router mode. Just put it to open router mode. It's fine. Okay. People say, why? It's free if you use Lovable. I'm like, yeah, but I think sometimes it's timing out because people use it a lot. All right, let's be brave and show the errors. Okay. What's it say? Because we could have broken a lot of stuff. Let's just do a simple one, right? So I'm going to say, I like the white cat at the moment. The white cat's got a lot of good contrast. So I'm going to say, imagine a white cat on a journey through time and space, wearing dark sunglasses. It's the unimpressed white cat, guys. We're going to bring him back. Error. Error. Doesn't work. Nope. That'll be the runware password trying to go somewhere. So, cosmic cat. Magnificent white cat. Spiraling nebulas. Okay. I'm going to take that. I'm actually going to say... we should imagine normal scenes as I will be changing them. I don't want it to be too cosmic. You know what I'm saying? He went a bit too cosmic. Spiraling nebulas, melting clock faces. I'm like, All right, so let's start with something simple. The white cat. All right, so let's just copy this. And this is what I would do. I put it into a new chat and then hit the image prompt enhancement and send that. It's going to go to basically a different agent with a good prompt. So now I can send that to image. All right, I'm going to get rid of the comments. So, you can edit it before you send it, which is kind of useful. I'm going to try 16:9, but it's just a suggestion, unfortunately. It's got magic dimensions for some reason. So we'll try to generate an image and see if that at least works. Because if that works, that's a great start. Okay, it downloads the image immediately, but it also puts the image right there for us. Okay, so here we go. Now, this is the bit where it gets interesting. There's a lot of buttons on the UI right now. So you've got expand, which shows the thing and what it is, blah, 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 what you made it with, all the meta, the prompt. There's my, okay. And then you also get chat. So obviously we can send it to the chat for analysis. I think you pretty much get that, Send it to the chat so you can be like, oh, I want to talk about this again, Maybe you want to do that later. There's also edit, which is what we're going to do now. So it sends it to the editor, we go to generate, and again, I'm going to put 16:9, even though it's more of a suggestion than a reality, unfortunately. And I'm going to say auto save to the computer, so that's why it went, if I don't do that, it will save to the gallery, but, this just means I always get it in the browser. Okay, so what am I going to do with this, right? Enhanced prompt with AI currently turns it into a rich image prompt, so I'm not going to use that. This would be like, make it, an edit type prompt, right? So I'm going to say make the outside scenery, into Candyland or something, right? Just to sort of see if we can show a silly edit. because you can do all kinds of stuff. Do you know what I mean? I've been messing with this on the laptop. Works really well. Obviously, you're paying for it with, I think it's like 3 cents per image with Banana, maybe less. And then, you know, you'll have to check your open router usage. That's what I do. And then the text stuff barely makes a mark, to be honest, because it's like one chat, ping pong. It's not like software, you know what I mean? You're talking cents to maybe 1 cent after you've worked with it for a while, you know? The video, on the other hand, is like $1.50. So make sure your prompt is good. And like I said, when we get there, I'll show you. It's pretty cool. So let's have a look at the gallery and see what we got. So if we just take a full look, we got Candyland outside. I'm happy with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to start there, and I'm going to make the cat go out into Candyland. That's the plan, and the camera's going to follow him, right? So I'm going to go send to video generator and update prompt. Now, the reason I say update prompt here, this is quite a cool feature which I've brought in, okay? At the moment, this is the prompt from the original image. Yeah? Outside the window, you see a regular suburban street, a few trees, a mailbox, maybe a car in the driveway. But we've edited it, haven't we? And this is one thing which is really cool about the app, which I don't see anywhere else at the moment. We've edited it. He's going to update the prompt. Yeah? Look, it doesn't just overwrite it. It just changes what changed, and it keeps what shouldn't be there, because this is one of my ENH modules. He's not a dumb enhancer. He takes the original prompt, uses vision on the image, compares what's different, and only changes that. So this is one of my little pieces of sauce. I can't wait to release this as an ENH as well. It's kind of cool. But anyway, so like I said, now our prompt is updated, right? I might decide to change. So he says, look, the cat sits upright in the relaxed position, looking da-da-da-da-da. Let's keep reading it. Okay, so where do I put my action? I reckon it's on this line here. So we change this, right? Cat sits upright. Okay. I'll say, I'm going to try this. He jumps outside and the camera follows as he walks into Candyland. Now, if I get away with it with just adding that, I'll be very happy. We're going to go for 12 seconds. Now, I'm actually going to reduce that later, but I just want to have one to show you. Now, one thing that's nice about this system is even if my app fails because of the junk vibe code, right, the API will still keep the result. So as long as it sends the job, it doesn't matter if you don't get it back, because it's actually over in the run where they have a way you can look at anything, you know what I mean? So if there's a problem with you receiving the job, I mean, it'd probably be fine, right? But I'm just saying, you're not going to lose it if it doesn't come back, because it is just a big vibe-coded craziness. So anyway, what I've shown you so far is the auto pipeline. So the auto pipeline allows us to do this without the edit part, all in one. All right, so we can say, oh, I want a thing, and it'll just make the image and send it to video. But this is something I want to work on, because really what I want to do is enable you the ability to add bits to this, so that you can say, oh, make the prompt, do the enhancement, do the image generation, then send it to edit with this instruction, right? So I want to be able to make it so you got a customizable pipeline that can potentially do multiple edits before it sends it to video. You know, if it even does, maybe an option would actually be send it to the gallery when you're done, because you don't really want to make it a video straight away. Oh, hang on a sec. Stone Sage says, the attention mask doesn't work as you said it does. The embedding is implied to the masked region only, so it's basically regional application. Okay, so with an IP adapter, you have an image, and you're inputting the image to the IP adapter. So when you put an attention mask on it, you're saying what's in the mask has higher attention. So that's the embedding applied to the masked region. So so I'm talking about attention masking on the way in, and you're talking about attention masking on the way out, which is applying that embedding to a masked region. There's two different things there. But you're not wrong, but there's actually two different things going on there. You can have attention masking on LoRa training. So you can train a LoRa where every image in the dataset has a mask with attention masking. So, you know, I've never even taught that or shown it on stream once, but that's a thing. So you can do I thought you meant on the way in, because that's what we were talking about. But you're not wrong about what you're saying. But I just want to add that little bit of detail for you, because you did ask. All right, let's continue. So let me just see. Obviously, as I said, the timeline, it needs to change, because this was originally for audio and video and making clips, but you can't really do it because you hit AVC limits with a codec in browser stuff. When it's a local app, I'll be able to do more, but I'm actually thinking it's better as just a frame extraction tool. So what I did was, here it says 0 clips. I haven't got any videos. I haven't got any videos yet. I gotta wait. Oh, it's trying. It's trying. Video downloaded. Oh, okay, all right. Oh, okay, gallery. Oh, yep, nice. Okay, let's check out the fruits of our labor. Does he go out the window? No, he's lazy. He's not going anywhere. What? Wait. What? He just kind of crawls into nothing. Whoops. Okay, so yeah, it didn't. My instruction didn't really. Probably I need to like change that prompt a bit. But yeah, anyway, it's quite a cool video. Okay, save that. But anyway, in fact, that'd be actually, yeah, okay, so there's an example, actually, because he did something I didn't want him to do. So if I go to the timeline now and I say load for extraction and then go to the frame selector and move it to the bit where I want it to change. So maybe I get him to turn around. Wait. Okay, so we get him to move to there, maybe. Okay. I'm gonna make the foreground disappear. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna force it so he can't do what he just did. We're gonna fight the cat. All right, cool. So we'll take this frame. That should send it to the image gallery. So now I can get this image and I can go image edit, back to edit, and I'm gonna say remove the foreground to make the cat outside in Candyland. Yeah. I've never asked it to do that. This will be interesting. Alright. Just like remove the room. Should have just said remove the room. Go to the gallery and it didn't work. Alright, try again. Okay. Make the scene outside in Candyland. Maybe it'll work that. Stone Sage says no, indeed, it did not work. Denied. Oh. Still not working. It's sort of gotten rid of that. It's kind of forcing it outside, but it just refuses. Alright. How about remove the curtain? Remove the curtain. Change the ledge into Candyland style. Force it. I could have just prompted white cat in Candyland. It would have been much easier. Just get a new cat in a different scene. But, you know, it's fun, isn't it? And obviously you can make it run in a video from any of them, from any of these images. Right, and the reason I'm sort of looking at this is because I was thinking, like, how hard would it be to add an IP adapter, and then how hard would it be, because obviously once you've got your first frame you can do your video, but I think that they're doing some clever stuff with WHISK, which is like there's like some kind of IP adapter on the video. So, you know, this is what Seedream does. Seedream's got a similar setup. We've shown it before in Comfy. Have I got one open right now? No. I had to restart the computer. Balls. Okay. But anyway, if I just run this, it's going to be video prompt. Right, so I'm going to say, a white cat is walking through the candy land. Update the prompt. This should be, here we go, white cat walking through Candyland, da 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 da. Hearth is made of thing, go. Alright. So the thing I've done here is more the auto prompt update, so that when you do an edit, you can just one click to make the next prompt actually make sense. Because obviously when you're doing edits on frames, to make it work, you really have to have what it is now, not what it was. And what I was finding was a lot of the time you have to do that yourself, or... So yeah, that's mostly what this is actually doing. And then what I did was add a bunch of AI chat stuff so that you could send things to the AI chat. So obviously edit sends the last frame for, you know, image to image with banana, and extend just makes it longer. Just takes the last frame and makes it longer. And then obviously the timeline I showed you, you can pick any frame you want with the timeline. I think I should make that simpler though. And then ultimately in your gallery you have the buttons, and then in the images, in the image gallery, you have the buttons. You can download it. So there's all these different things we can do. And what I tried to do was, so say you can bring in your own stuff, because obviously before you couldn't bring in your own stuff. So, you know, I could bring in something which I made with something else. That's a bit big though, that's like 20 megabyte. There is a limit. You know, so... that's even too big. That's 5 megabytes. I need to get something small. These are all too big. All of... Oh wait, that's under 4. Nice, nice. Under 5 even. It should let me bring that in. Yes. Okay, cool. So I can bring that in here. And then maybe we can edit it and say... change the scene to Times Square, USA. It's scuffedepoch.com now. That ad is out of date. Point. I do recommend looking stuff up, because the nuances between things, it's like, what are we even talking about sometimes, you know? Interesting. Okay. Yeah, just look it up. Alright. Are we good? Yes. We have him in Times Square. It does look a little bit friendly though, does it not? It's kind of cool though. Alright, we'll send that one to video anyway. See, this is the sort of thing I was talking about, you know? So I could say, biomechanical insect from another galaxy is in Times Square. Here we go. People panicking. Picking? Panic. Update. It'll look at the vision, look at what I said, and make something up. Dude. People gathering around in curiosity and awe rather than panic. Oi! Do you see that? Look, not ChatGPT. Sonnet just made... I'm like, people panicking. And he's like, no. People not panicking, actually. I'm just going to go with what he said. But I just do find it funny that they sanitize, you know what I mean? If you try to... This is one of the reasons why you need to have your own stuff. So Sonnet 4 is cool, but he'll sanitize like this, and this is why we need like local models that aren't, you know, overriding our stuff with you've got to be a Care Bear for legal reasons. It's all for legal reasons. They're just trying to protect themselves from liability. It's not political. It's about money. But I'm sure you already knew that. It's funny though. You saw what happened there, like plain as day. Literally, oh, there's an insect, everyone's running in horror. And they're like, no, actually, everyone's having a great time. I mean, you could say it's because the image looked like that. So maybe we'll give him an out. Maybe he's just really good at recognizing people smiling and stuff. Probably. So yeah, like I said, this is why I started the stream early, guys, because I knew that this was going to take time to go through, because this was actually a really big project. Like when you actually think about what it's got text to image, image to image, final frame, any frame picker, final frame extend with image to video. It's got what do you call it, first edited final frame, right, for video. And then now the ability to just bring your own stuff in. So now, you know what I mean? It's got a lot of cool features that you would look for. I made a bunch of shorts which will come out. So like, you know, I got one of this cat just walking through various different places. It's what I was going to do here, but I think we're running out of time. See, I forgot how long it takes to generate the damn things. It's about 4 minutes, I think. Maybe 2 minutes. 2.5 minutes. Yeah, what are we at? 1 minute 40. It feels like an eternity. But yeah, like I say, it's all API based. So if the reason I do it like this, if there's a new model, you just change to that. So it's kind of a future-proofed system. Yeah, you have to pay for it, but the newest models you can't download, so it's not even a case of an option, is it? You can't download C-Dance, guys. And obviously that means if you want to use C-Dance, you have to use API. So here we are, right? Not my favorite thing. I prefer to run everything on local, but not everybody has a big GPU, so you have to kind of, you know, cater for all flavors, I guess. Well, not all of them. Some of them. How about that? I've got a menu. I got my local, and then I got my cloud. And there's two different people. It's funny, actually. I was looking at the YouTube stuff last night. Turns out there are literally the same number of people that watch the live stream and the videos. No, that's not even correct. It's ridiculous. It's like way more people watch the shorts. I'm like, what the hell? Because the shorts are 100% AI now. I don't do anything to them, you know. I just literally say, AI, look at my live stream and make shorts, and it uploads them to YouTube. So that's why some of them are actually really bad, right? I'll be real, I'll admit that. Some of them are really bad. But some of them aren't bad. Some of them are all right, actually. So I was like, do you know what? You got to roll the dice, because the thing is, when you make a video could be good or bad. So it's kind of hard to say, like, it was the... Do you know what I mean? Was it just the video was bad, or was it because it was made with AI? Could have just been that the video was bad, you know? So actually, I don't know. It's like when the AI makes a video that people enjoy, no one gives them credit, do they? Which is quite funny. Right, we got our video. Let's check it out. Oh yeah, we got this one as well. I forgot to show you guys. So we finally got our cat going through Candyland, right? I'll extend this. Looks good. And the thing is, technically, we have an original image where he was, you know, like, originally he was, so what I'll do is I'll make it so that where I stole the frame there, it'll switch to the other video. So you have, like, it'll just like, blink, and then he's in Candyland running along. Well, that's the idea. I mean, I don't know how clean it will be, because it did actually kind of zoom in a bit. Maybe we do, like, flash, 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 and then it's here. There's lots of ways you can do that. Let's check out the boobs. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, wow, it's turning around. I've never seen one turn around before. Whoa! Okay, well, yeah, I guess that's what happens. Video models get trained by ripping shorts from YouTube. Oh, no, don't do that. Training shorts on my videos is probably... Like, my shorts... Don't train on my shorts. Maybe the audio. No. It's like... I like this. Brink. Bit weird how it goes back to forward. What's going on up here on the screen? It's like, this is what it thinks is on the screen. It's kind of horrific. Oh my god. It turned into a monkey. Alright, anyway. It's got some weird stuff going on in the background, you know. You've got to be careful. But this is actually not bad. Not bad at all. I wouldn't be bothering to extend it, but it was a bit of a... So, extendo. Okay. So, again, with extendo, update. Because it might not actually be what it was before, you know. One new extendo, right? So, yeah, it's going to describe the first frame and go from there. Not just use the original... bollocks. Look, see what happened here? Did it actually even send it? Do you know what? It might be that I've run out of cache on there, because obviously it's a paid platform. Let me just check. I could have just run out of cache. Because I think the last time I tried to update the payment on there, you know, not update the payment, you know, add credit, it failed. And so chances are I've run out. Oh, no. I tell a lie. I've still got money. So does that mean, did it send a job? Well, let's see, it was like 52. Nothing yet. But yeah, as I was saying to you earlier, it doesn't really matter because you've got all the generations. I've got all of them right here. So if I never needed to get back and get them, it's not even a problem. You know, like, it might be a bit annoying that you've got to go and fish your response, but at least it's not lost, because obviously there are a lot of platforms where when you do that, it gets lost. You know, you don't get... Sorry. South Park sorry time. So, yeah. Anyway. But like I said, it made me wonder, because the thing is, if I had 3 inputs for my video generator, it wouldn't be so different. Obviously WHISK is super clever because he's doing a bunch of stuff all in one for you. And in the next sort of, you know, we're going to do coffee time. We're going to have like a proper 5-minute remission, right? So I can get coffee and we'll have a chat during that time. But after the break, we're going to be doing WHISK, for better or worse. I've already used 1 credit today, so I got 4 left. We're going to have to make them count. And I've got a couple of ideas beyond those credits being used for how we can make our WHISK experience better using Comfy UI as like a, you know, on the side, right? We could have Comfy UI on the side doing a bunch of cool stuff, right? That's my idea. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make like a WHISK companion, okay? So you're going to use WHISK, but we're going to make Comfy create our 3 things. You see, our 3 inputs. That's the idea. I mean, I appreciate you're going to come with your own character reference, so maybe you don't, you know, but you'll see what I'll try to do. I think it'll be cool. Coffee time, ladies and gentlemen. This. So there was some kind of E. coli problem with the drinking water around where I live. And all my neighbours are ill. All of them are ill. They've been ill for like a week. Okay? And apparently there was some problem with the drinking water, right? I'm on the same water, guys. And I think the only reason I survived is because I only drink coffee. So it was all boiled, you know? Like, I don't drink tap water. I got saved by the coffee machine. I don't know. I'm not really look, I'm not a doctor. I might have just got lucky. Maybe boiling doesn't actually help. Don't listen to me. Do you know what I mean? I'm just a guy. But it is a bit strange that I drink the same, you know, I'm getting the same tap water as them, but I'm fine. So, yeah. Because we're like literally hooked up to the same feed. So I'm like, it's crazy. Yeah. Crazy. I mean, you know, because the thing is, if it was just my neighbour, I'd be like, well, it's their pipes. But it was both neighbours, both sides, in two doors each way. Like, I was like, whoa, are they reckoning this? I mean, look, you know, I don't really know because it's the word of another guy. You don't know. They're like, we think it was. So I don't know what that even means. All I know is they've all been ill and they reckon. You know, they reckon. What do I know? Ah, good times, good times. So then, we get a 3-minute break now. See, this gives me a little bit of breathing time so I can actually think about stuff that we've forgotten to do. Like this. WHISK coffee time from last bloody summer or something. When did we make this? It feels like this was made after Christmas. March? Yeah, I think we made this in March. And I think someone's... Yeah, it was LTX, maybe. I think it was an LTX. Because for the rotation, we needed a rotation LoRa. So I think at the time we grabbed one off of Civet. But as it happens, WAN 2.1 allows you to just do rotation. I think what we'll do is we'll take a little break from this stuff for 10 minutes. So I can set up a comfy UI to run this rotation stuff. Wait, let me think about that for a second. No. I'm going to stick to the script. Because I tell you what will happen. There'll be a bunch of side quests and everything will break and then it will spend the next hour. But no, we're doing WHISK at 8. That's the plan. I can muck about with WAN and stuff after that. Shit, why don't I just use the WAN 2.5 API? That will take seconds. Now that is a... I'll take that as a... What you call it? I'll meet myself halfway. I'm telling you, the brain is a GAN. Okay. A holographic GAN. I also think it's going to be worth... Because here's the thing. I got this big publish project I want to do. And I know it's crazy. But it's not an invention. It's just... It's not even really a discovery. I did a lot of research last night. It's not even really a discovery. All I've done is taken everything and put it together in a format that makes sense for us. You know, it's not for hypercompute. It's not for neuroscience research. It's for none of that. It's just a way to break free of the linear format. And also, I found that the biggest thing about it was degradation. So, like, it's there are no degradation models for cognition. So, in other words, if there's a problem with your LLM, you just get nothing. Whereas this system, it still kind of works. It's like I didn't even notice. But I got to do more research with that. Because it is like... that wasn't what I was... Hey man, I was looking for an emergent thing, wasn't I? I was looking for it to do something on its own, and I guess that's what it did on its own. It just kind of spurgs out what it remembered when it's been lobotomized, which is not... You know, normal LLMs just say nothing because they're broken. This thing will be like, try to give you an answer even though it's basically dead. That's the hologram. And I guess if you had a big enough hologram, you wouldn't really need the model anymore, would you? Because, holy crap. Look, I'm not even going to look at that. That's too nuts. Unless I could find a way to collapse the hologram. Like a quantized hologram or something. I don't know. Keep thinking about it, Johnson. Right. Did we get another thing? Or did it just not send the video? I think it just didn't even send the video off. Yeah, it just didn't send the video at all. That's okay. I'd rather it just didn't work than, you know what I mean? I'd rather it didn't work and didn't charge me than it charged me and didn't work. You know what I mean? Out of, you know, the two types of bug, the one that doesn't cost me money is preferred. All right, cool. So, we're back, ladies and gents. Like I say, we're going to be doing WHISK time in a minute. And I made a bargain. I made a bargain with myself. But Comfy is taking forever to open. So we're just going to get Comfy... not Comfy. We're going to get WHISK ready. Look at this. WHISK. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, I've got a library. I got a project. This one was done with their random prompt. Oh my god. So subject, scene, style. We can do that. precise mode. Get 5 videos a month, guys. See, I've downgraded. I'm no longer ultra. I don't get unlimited cash anymore. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, I have 80 credits. That's 4. Obviously, you can upgrade. Let's see what the prices are like. Wait, this is Comfy UI. Have I been stream bombed again? Yes. That's classic. So wait a minute. Wait a minute. Huh? Wait, so I can upgrade to $10, £10 a month for half price? This is so silly. I just cancelled my Ultra because the trial ran out. So now I'm going to get a new trial for cheaper. I like this. This is a good strategy. I think we might have to get this. So it gives me 1,000 monthly credits, though. Isn't that what I already have? No, I had 100. Okay, we're going to move this over this side and process that. Get it. Get it. All right. Yeah, I actually need that because I downgraded from Ultra to nothing. And it was like, your Google Drive is full. I was like, oh, crap. It's going to give me, yeah, it's going to give me grief about payments, so I'm just going to put that to one side. It probably needs a new card. Oh my god. When I came to my computer earlier today, it was a serious breakout from the loop. It was not used to me coming in early. I opened it up and it was in some kind of crazy loop. I was like, what the is it doing? I had to just restart my computer. It's the first time I've ever had to do that with this machine. I have no idea what it was doing. It was doing something crazy. It was looping and glitching. So I just hit restart. Nothing panic, but you know, it's notable. Like, what the hell was my computer doing? It was like, VS Code has hit an error. I was like, that's funny, because I wasn't even running VS Code. I haven't been hacked or anything. I did a security audit. So I guess it just spazzed out. I don't know. Maybe broken a VS Code update. I'm not sure exactly, but anyway, you know, stranger things have happened, I guess. You are going to charge. It's £20 a month is reasonable, to be honest, for what this is. I wonder if they're going to let me pay. Do you want my? Do they want my money? Is the question. They're quite picky these days. Do you want it? Verify it's you. Okay, here we go. Do you know what? Just for the sake of it, right? This is more interesting to look at while I'm messing around with this. Probably safer too. That's why we need to get the new coffee time together. There's a whole bunch of them. I need to just put it together and, you know, it's just the constant barrage of stuff, you know? Constant barrage of new models, new AI. It never ends. This is why when people say it's plateaued, I see a hockey stick. It's just, whoosh. One day it's going to be a new, well it is, isn't it? A new model every day almost now? Isn't it basically new model every day? Almost. It feels like it sometimes. That's how you should really measure it's, you know, it's going faster. What? They're trying to trick me out with all these stupid questions. Yes, it's me. I'm a human. There we go. You can get your $10. It's almost like too much work, right? My God. Okay. The shorts are for bots. Well, whatever makes the system work, man. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I didn't invent the game. Go to WHISK. Yes. We will get whisked. Whisked away. Alright, cool. So here's my gambit, guys. We're going to use Comfy UI to give us the assets we need to get whisking. Because I got loads of assets. So taking into account the mix of models, says Fernicar. It is more than one model out a day. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's too much. Like as soon, you're going to have to pick your school. When will the new video model work? Don't know. Tonight. We're just going to say tonight and just go with it. We need to make Coffee Time Remake. I know. I think we should do it tonight. I think we should make that the focus of the outputs, you know. Do a cool coffee time. I got so many, you know, different signs and whatnot all stashed in my output folder. It's going to be a worthy idea. The thing is, I want to use, like I said, I got an idea for an E&H that removes your character so that it only makes the backgrounds and stuff like that. I had an idea, you know, like no character Laura. So you give it a character prompt, but it then removes the character automatically, but keeps the prompt, keeps the background in the same style. So then you can make like plates, you know, because we can rem-BG our character, but we can't you know what I mean? We don't get the background, right? So I thought, hey, let's just generate it without that. It should be a really easy enhancer to make. So we're going to have a look at that. And I think that'll make it easy to like lift a character out, but then keep a controllable scene. And then you can put those two in. And then the last one is obviously style, so that could be anything you want. But yeah. So, where's WHISK at? Alright, so we'll put WHISK. Look at this thing. It's so cool. So I reckon we'll put WHISK on the left. Yeah. And then we'll have Comfy on this side. Hello, Comfy. There she is. And that is not something I want to look at right now. Let me get rid of that. Okay. So, what can we do? I think a prompt enhancement style thing is going to be cool. Make your own. Let's make the Comfy a bit smaller. Whoa! We're still in Dutch mode. I forgot to change it. My bad. Sunday chill is hard to come by, ultimately. More like Sunday stress test. Yeah, that's right. The Sunday squeeze. Introducing AI credits. Yeah. So we have Pro now, guys. So, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. No. Stop. It looks cool, but we're not doing examples now. So what have we got? We've got, is this like zoomed in a lot? Yeah, it is. Because, okay. So it should look like that on 100%, but I know you guys can't see anything at that size. So we're going to blow it up. So that does mean, like, if you see weird UI stuff happening, we made that happen. So what's this? Don't know. Add a video. Okay, so it's a lot like my app, guys. It's just giving you 3 inputs. I really like it though. I hope that they're doing like a tensor for the 3 inputs or something, so that it knows like the first one is this, the second one is this. Okay, so we have a prompt, we have a style. See, if I just go, yeah, it works like that. That's so quick. Jeez Louise. So we get fluffy style robot in what looks like one of my weird futures. I love it. It's really cool. Generate. So let's just let it do what it wants. Describe your idea or roll the dice. Now this is the point where I want to see, does it say dinosaur or does it say no? It's not taking into account the stuff. All right, so that's number one. That's my latest innovation, is that when you type, maybe I'll loosely describe. So I'll say robot in the jungle, futuristic. No, it doesn't enhance. It just gives you a random thing that's got nothing to do with the images. That's okay though. It's like you got to know the limits, you know. So I'll say a sad roboto in a futuristic alien jungle world with floating roads. Fluffy dinosaur style. That's what it is. I'm just saying what's there, that's all, to see what happens. Because I want to understand what it does. So again, Do we think that this is IP adapter combined with image generation? It does look like it, kind of. You know, to get the first frame. I appreciate the video might also have IP adapter. That's we can do that too. Okay. So okay, so then once we get to here, we can go to the video. So our Roboto looks more like that. I think we should try again. It does look like the toy, but it doesn't look like the guy. So it would be nice to have a slider. Oh, hello. It has a bunch of stuff which you can change. Okay. Oh, sad Roboto. That one does look a bit more like a plushy version of this. They all kind of do in different ways, do you know what I mean? It's quite a hard thing to do to make it just look, oh yes. But I think that one's actually pretty good. So we're going to go with this. And there's no prompt. Come on, guys, you've got vision. What's going on? I can do this. Anyway. So I guess I've got to do it. Hang on a second, guys. Let me just help them out. Let me just help them out a little bit real quick. This won't take a sec. So get rid of the bugs. Get rid of the thing. Okay, we're going to have to do an upload image real quick. I just have to use my thing to get the... Yeah. Hello. And then I'm going to say what I said before, which was Asad Roboto. Can we get the exact prompt? Do I have to go back? Can I get it from here? Library, maybe? Can I... Yep, this one, yep. Yeah. Where is the prompt? Here it is. Whoa, okay, so that's the prompt. My God, that's massive. All right, so we'll take that massive prompt, okay? Slap video prompt enhancement. Okay, that will give me a thing. So that will give me an update. Whoa. Oh, wait. Oh man, I forgot. Here, it's a convo, guys. So let's just export that, delete it, and start again. Because otherwise, he's like, "What do you mean? That's not a white cat." That's my fault. He's too smart. You see what I mean? He's too smart. He was like, "Oh, this isn't even what we are working on." He actually got offended. Are you sure you want to do that? I thought we were making cats. So yeah, just start again. Oh, it's not working now. Typical. So how about we go into the gallery, not that gallery, the user gallery. We find our guy and we send it to chat. Yeah, cool. And here he is, it's in the chat. Describe this, please. Sad plush. I think we can do better than that, actually. I think that the best way to get this is actually to do center video, paste the proper prompts in, and then do the update. Yeah, because then we can use that. I wanted to know what my tool would give me, right? So that when I want to do this video gen, I can give it the prompt that my guy was going to give. Here we go. There we go. Now we've enhanced it with my system. See what happens. It'd be terrible. Should have just used their prompt, Johnson. Well, they didn't give me one, though, to be honest. And this is why I think using Comfy UI as a prompt generator with something like WHISK still has a lot of value. Because it asks you to make prompts all the time. And the reality is, you know, like what I'm doing here, you can do in Comfy UI. What it is there's a system prompt which is taking into account the original prompt and the image, and it spits out an updated video prompt. Okay? So there's a lot of complicated stuff going on, but it's not that difficult. And then I think that optimizes what you've got. Now, obviously, you really want to like make sure that the system prompts take into account what we're doing. So I don't really know what good prompts are on WHISK, so I'm just going with what we've learned from WAN and things like that. It's just like a combination of WAN and VO3, the optimization for the thing. I think it's like there's 10 points that it tries to cover. It seems to work well with most models. But yeah, as promised. So like I said, how can we do what we're doing here with Comfy UI? Oh, let's see this video then. Where is it? Is that the video? Oh, wow. Full screen. 8 seconds. I still think that... I mean, it is doing, you know what I mean? It's doing the thing. It's doing the thing. It's made sad roboto. There's my image input. There's my video output. Yeah. You know what I mean? It has its... So I wonder what ByteDance will do with that. Is it broken still? I think something broke. Give me a sec. If we just take this prompt here and just refresh that. I should probably just like do this properly, not in a preview. Let's see, go to the gallery, find the image, send to video, put the prompt in, same prompts, different model. Okay, it says it's doing it. Let me just check the polling and see that it's actually doing it. Yeah, the polling's running. Okay, back to WHISK. What we'll do is we'll open up Comfy next and start building out a workflow that'll use... we need to do a new poll. We need a new poll. And it's going to be a 3-way vote. Okay, it looks like you guys have 50-50 on whether WHISK is using IP adapter. I think it is. I think it's using IP adapter, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's simpler than that. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, end the poll. We'll do another one. And this one is going to be Ollama, OpenRouter, or both. Ollama or OpenRouter when it comes to prompt enhancement, because I make a lot of prompt enhance workflows. Prompt enhancement. Prompt enhancement workflows. Ollama or OpenRouter. Which do you use most? Because that's really what I want to know. I want to know, you know, which one do you use most, right? Because I find myself using OpenRouter a lot because you can check out the latest and greatest models. But at the same time, I don't really want to pay for that. So Ollama actually does a great job by just using a free local model. So it's kind of like I want to know what people are like, what people are thinking. So let's just add in some options here. Wait, what? Q&A? God damn it, I hit the wrong button. I need another poll. It's going to be Ollama. Ollama. Or OpenRouter. Whoa. Whoa. Do you like that OpenRouter? Or do you like that Ollama? Which one do you like? What the? Oh, okay, there we go, there we go. We got a 50-50 on the last poll, so it was a tie. We're not sure. We're still not sure. Maybe some of us think it is, but we're not sure. So yeah, new poll. Ollama or OpenRouter? I should have put an option in there for nothing, and then you can still vote. I just type my prompts. I should have done that. Can you edit the thing after you've done it? No, you can just end it. Okay. Okay. Alright, we'll leave that up for a bit. Apparently I get 49 attempts with this thing. I hope it's worth it. Okay. Oh, looks like we've got the Seedream version. Let's see what happens with Seedream. What do you think, boys and girls? Which one wins? Same prompt. What do we think? I should have put that up as the vote. So Seedance versus WHISK with just image to image and the same prompt. I appreciate we had to make the image with WHISK, right? But I reckon we can do that with an IP adapter. It's just going to be a clever use of batch, you know. And if I recall, it might be possible to send a batch of images into Banana and just say the first image is the character, the second image is the setting, the last image is the style. I think you might be able to actually just get away with that, because I'm pretty sure you could do that with context. And I can't remember if we tried it with QuenEdit, but I wouldn't be surprised if Banana allows you to do that. If you put a batch in and tell it, image 1 is the character, image 2 is the, you know. So I've got a funny feeling that that might be what they're doing. Do you know what I mean? So let's give it a little look-see. But Seedream definitely has better animation, I think. Well, or it's more lively anyway. I mean, what does the thing say here about what he's doing? Maybe it's animating too much if it's not actually telling him to animate. I don't know. Body is squat, curved and frown, teardrop marking streaming down its cheeks. I mean, it doesn't really say anything about what he's actually doing. It's just all description. Wait, standing sadly? Standing sadly, I think, is basically bright yellow cable, downturned eyes, ground frown. Yeah, it doesn't really say what he's doing. It's just a sort of idle scene. So in a way, this is better, because he wasn't supposed to be talking and looking around. It doesn't actually ask for that. Okay, so prompt for prompt, you might say this is actually better. And then also, if we look at the 1-to-1, is this a little bit crisper? The actual detail? Does this look a little bit crisper to you guys? Get the mouse out of the way, they say, and we'll tell you. Okay, and then we'll look at this one on full screen, I think, maybe. Or maybe no, sorry, I forgot to code the full screen in. My bad. I'll download it. It's sort of like, why bother when you can just do that? So I don't know, let's have a look. It seems a bit blurrier, just a little bit. Like the edges seem a little bit blurrier. But the motion is much better in this one. Because, you know, I'm not really impressed by parallax animation. To be honest, I'd rather it didn't do that, because sometimes it just looks cheap. Do you know what I mean? Like the parallax they've put in here, it's kind of like, we don't need to pan the camera. It doesn't really add anything. But again, I didn't ask for good motion. I didn't ask for that motion. It just kind of gave it to me. All right. So anyway, that was a fun test. So it did work though. We got a similar result. But I don't think, I can't do multi-image inputs. How about, I might break it by trying, okay, comfy time. So, let's make a new tab. And it's going to be Olama, because that's what the vote says. 100% of the audience say Olama, so that's what we're going to use. The people have spoken, and I need to update Olama again. Every time. Oh wait, no, actually maybe not. It's just not running. Okay, so it might not be as bad as I thought. It's like every time I try to use Olama on the show, it's like, you need to update Olama, and we have to coup blast. But no, it's good. We're here. We have it. So that means we can just, you know what? Go on. Fix node. Yeah. So we're going to use I love intern VL 3.54 billion. If anybody's got a better suggestion, the reason I like it, even though I'm on a big computer, you know, I could run a much bigger model, but this is less than 4 gigabytes. So on a 4090, I've still got 20 gigabytes of headroom, guys, which is really important if you want to actually use this all in one, like with a workflow. It won't need to offload. You know, because you got the room. But obviously, if you're on a smaller system, be aware of your memory, ooms, and heap stacks. Okay. So obviously, I didn't change anything here. Okay. I've just literally chosen that model with Keep Alive 0. What? Sorry about that. Now then, for the system prompt, obviously I've got my ENH system, Zenkai ENH. You'll find it on GitHub. Straight into the system prompt system. And in here I've got a variety of system prompts which are used for captioning and generating prompts and things like that. They're ready to go. So I am gonna pick the Minify one because we haven't really shown that off. And then obviously what are we going to use for the prompt? Well, I guess it'd be a good idea because we've got an image input, right? We can use my image prompt system, which has been around for a while now. You can chuck your own data sets in there as long as they are tagged like how you would train a model, you know, a folder containing images with text files using the same file names. There is a blacklist as well, so if you have a mix of men and women and you only want women for that project, for example, you can type men here. Yeah, that kind of thing. It has a couple of cool features. One thing I would say with Olama is actually sometimes this image is quite small. You can't put 4K images in here, okay? And it might try, which would take a while. So I recommend DJZI, which is the quickest way to find it if you have my notepad. DJZ total scale to pixels. And we're going to take it down to like, I don't know, because that's 1024 by 1024-ish, all right? So it's a fair sort of, oh, I need to make it smaller. We could probably go smaller, like 0.7 for, if you want, but because the thing is, vision modules just crush images anyway, so it's not like you're going to get quality from high, you know what I mean? It's going to shrink it anyway. I think they might go down as small as 124, something like that, some weird resolution. So it's not going to benefit from high resolution anyway. So there's no point trying to shove a big hot dog in a tiny hole. All right, nice imagery. So, Minify. Okay, so what are we going to do? We're going to do a bit of Sharona. Because I saw some wicked Sharona stuff in the community. You guys did a great job with the Sharona stuff. It was so cool. It was like old school Sharona. Okay? Don't be afraid of the art, guys. Do not be afraid of the art. That's what I'm going to say about that last bit on the screen there. Okay, so there we go. We put the prompt straight in. Okay, so what's it going to do? It's going to apply my Minify enhancer, which probably you haven't even seen yet. So if I just go result, and we're just going to do a show text. You can just type, I'm sure. There we go. Oh. He's thinking about it. I was going to say, if I run out of coffee, say it ain't so. There we go. We can make it bigger now. So, what do we got? Professional photorealistic Minify style scene. This tiny 1.5 inch tall Sharona hunter stands confidently on a cracked asphalt street. All right. So now I think we're going to need to get a reference. Yeah. So one thing I forgot to do was just give a preview of what it was talking about there. So let's do that one more time. So this is the image input. What the heck? That seems like an old model. Okay. So we're going to take this image. Now, hopefully it doesn't give me grief. Okay. Because it might be like, oh, it's too big. That's all right. So we're going to take the character subject. Yep. Input. Yeah. It's my work. Don't worry about that. I'm going to take Sharona. Okay, one Sharona. We're using old assets here as well intentionally. Did the Minify work on Teocellus? I haven't tried it. I don't even know if I released the Minify system prompt, to be honest, because we made it for fun. I wasn't... What the... Why? Oh, it's going to give me it's going to analyze and do a prompt on it. That's cool. All right, that's kind of what I was complaining about earlier, so I hope that's a thing. And then it's like we need a background now. And this is the thing which interested me the most. Yeah? So I was thinking to myself, Where's my T2I ENH base? Research time. No, not that. God damn it. God damn it. What are you doing? He's trying to dox my work. Stop it. New chat, please. It's my fault. It cached me to the last thing I was doing. Right. It's all right. I don't care. We don't have secrets. I've already told you all about it in great detail. You've been subjected to that madness already. So, right. It goes like this. Test. Sometimes I hit the keys too hard, man. Vigorous. No. Right, it's not running. Whisper's sleeping. See, what I need to do is I need to make another bot which opens my tools for me. So I can say, wake up, and then it just opens Careless Whisper for me so I don't have to go and find it. Just make another agent to wake up all my agents and they can use my tools and then it'll be fine. Careless tools. I think I use Portable Light. Yeah, that's the one I use. I keep forgetting to add it to the startup group. I think Windows has a fit when you try because it's not a signed application. And he's like, no! So I'm not going to wrestle with him. Alright, so we've got it open. Let's just give it a bit quick configure because I haven't done that for a while. Yeah, start with Windows doesn't seem to work. Hotkeys, they're all out of date. That works okay. That's fine. That's good. Ooh. Hang on. Refresh models. Where's 4.5 hidden? They're not like in order in this app. It's really annoying. I don't know why. It's just fun. So, and there it is. Ah, they're released in chronological order. That's why. So look at all these new models that have come out. See, GLM 4.6 came out the other day. You know? So it's like, it just doesn't stop, guys. Look, new DeepSeek. Was there even time to talk about it? I don't even think there was. Okay, so we change it to 4.5. Let's put the Bing on. Ah, see, he can't find it. Use this Bing, fool. Oh, turn the speaker up. Bing. Oh, God. Bing. Alright, that'll just be funny if it actually works. Enable. Save. Minimize. Alright, ready? Test. Bing. Oh, yeah, boy. Okay, right. So what it's going to be... I've got to form the shape in my head and then just describe it and it'll be fine. Okay. We can use the existing ENH T2I base to adapt a new system prompt which aims to preserve the full input prompt or instruction as defined by the user. However, this has one goal, which is to remove any characters from the scene. So if there is a person, object, or vehicle described, that will be removed, giving an alternate prompt based on the original prompt and retaining and preserving all of its important information and details, but removing the subject. So the focus of this system prompt is to remove the subject. That means we can have an output which is just the scene, just the background. Bing. Okay, we can use the existing ENH teacher like T2I-ENH-base.md. Okay, and then I need to find that file. ENH. Is it gone? It's not here anymore. Got to download it again. What on earth was it trying to show? Windows is a nightmare, man. The most insecure system ever. Probably a feature, I would say. A feature, not a bug. Okay, GitHub. Mushroom Fleet. What the hell? You can't find me? Do you know what? Sometimes I do wonder. How many windows do you need? More. I need more. Okay. GitHub. GitHub ENH system. just got to download my system prompt template for this for this job. For some reason, I'm like crazy and have done loads of stuff. So it was like buried in the list. T2I, I2I. No, I want T2I. T2I base, because it's, you know, T2I base is basically the actual genuine template, whereas I2I base is just a modification of that. So boom. Alright, we got the file. There we go. Now, was there an open file dialog which I forgot about? I don't know. This should be straightforward, I would have thought. Just make an isolation prompt. Remove person. Keep everything else. You know, simple idea, right? We'll just put it in as a text box to test it. Okay, so it's very simple what we're going to do here. We're just going to go copy and paste, and then I will get that prompt from here, and we'll do a text box because I don't have the ENH in the system yet, you know, we just made it. Plug that in there, and that will go in the system prompt instead. So same prompt, you know, same prompt. Wait, hang on, no, there we go, chain it.
As I do.
There we go. And boom. Minify, and it's all in Minify style just for fun. Alright, so now we got our two prompts. So how about we try and do it, should we do it with just the prompt and see how close it gets? Because I actually like the look of it. I like the look of it. So how about we just go for just the prompt. I still see a person in there. The figure. What's going on here? Oh, it's because it's made a toy. It's made a toy with the Minify. Oh my goodness me, what is going on here? That's actually kind of funny. Get rid of this, get rid of this. And then you need one with a style example. I don't want to save it. That's funny. So this is what the image was. And it's made this, because it's in Minify style. I need to get it out of Minify. Hold up. Just put it on T2I base. Okay, that's better. The Minify. Just trying to make toys out of it. It's too easy though. It's just prompts. It probably tried to make a toy dragon. It didn't actually make things smaller. It turned everything into toys, like minification. You know, it wasn't exactly what I wanted, but it did work. It worked in a sense, I guess. So we'll go with that. And then take this one here. And that. It's still making the character though. It's not really working. It's kind of interesting. See, it still has, there's still a character here. Back. Okay. This still outputs the subject. We can think hard while we rework the system prompt to only make scenery inspired by, or referencing everything in a supplied user prompt, while ignoring people, persons, objects, figures. Oh my god. and anything else clearly the main focus of the image. Instead, only speaking of the background. Should be good. Version 2. See, everyone thinks it's one shot. It's very rarely one shot. I would call that a happy accident if it gets it in one shot. Sometimes I can pull that off, but it's not like, you know, be real. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on here. We're essentially working the latent shape like Play-Doh. So, you know, maybe it doesn't come out looking exactly like how we wanted it to. Zero mentions of anything, yes. Extract the world, leave behind the inhabitants. That's a cool final line there. So, yeah, run it again. And remember, we're using the local model, not the expensive stuff in the sky. So we take this one. These aren't too bad. The images we're getting here is not bad. She's got a freaking foxtail for some reason. Okay, we're getting a little anime version of Sharona, which is pretty cool. And then, oh, there's still someone there. Right, I need to analysis. Analysis. Okay, so here we go, mate. Analysis. Input. What the? Whoops. My bad. Whoops. It's that one. That one was the input. I used the entire system. Oh boy. What the? Okay, output. We're putting his feet to the coals. This output pattern is undesired. Rework the system prompt to eliminate this edge case. That's a good way to put it, I think. It should just make scenery from the original, and it doesn't. I think it's getting too complicated now. See, input takes away the thing. See, should understand now. I wonder if we just downgrade Sonnet, maybe. Oh wait, we're not using Sonnet, of course. Ah, maybe this is too long because it's like, you know, a lot of work. That's a lot of text right there. Interesting. Okay. Give it a blast, see if you can do it. There shouldn't be a person in this prompt. There is no person in this prompt. Okay, it worked, finally. Let's see if this thing can figure it out, because then, of course, there is no person in this prompt. Are we going to get a person anyway? Because then it's not my fault, is it? But what's futuritic as well? I've just... Oh, are you kidding me? What are you doing? You're killing me out here. There's no people in this prompt. Let me just double check that I'm not crazy. Oh, wait. The central figure's stance. You ass. Alright. I know what to do. I'll just remove that part. Yes, interesting. So, no. strong vertical lines from the central. No, there is no central figure. From there. Let's see if we can get it to do it that way. So not guilty. My prompt was guilty. Still get person though, actually. Still get person though, actually. Have I missed something? Yeah, you just get person. That's a shame, that is. Maybe we can simplify it. Maybe we can simplify it. Yeah. Okay. Because we continue to see figures in prompts, even when there isn't a figure in the prompt, we need to focus on landscapes which match features from the original prompt. So we only want to take landscape environmental features, and this system prompt is designed to make new landscape with no humans. Just go for no humans. See if I can at least get that. Because that's crazy. Yeah. You should think it should know how to make just landscapes. If it moves, if it breathes, delete it. I'm sorry if this is why Skynet got obsessed with the... It turns out it was all about this image prompt, right? Delete the humans! I just want to see an empty landscape. The machine appreciates the empty landscape. Hello, Kurt Curtis. Welcome to the show. So, it might be that ENH can't do it because the bias in the model wants to make people. You know what I mean? I can't. Or, well, I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. Any people in the prompt? That's what we're looking for. People in the prompt. Watercolor style. Sharnona. God damn it. Sharnona. Who's Sharnona? Is that like the anime cousin of Sharona? Right, I'm just going to change it and say, watch this. Anime landscape. Ladenscape? Anime landscape. Because I've had enough of this roadblock. Silly. Doesn't seem to be able to remove the person or just make a simple landscape image from it. I'm surprised by that. But hey, a signal is a signal. It failed 3 times in a row. I mean, look, even here, this empty landscape image is actually still got a person in it. So what, is this just... Oh my gosh. Alright, no style image. Alright. And then... Let's use this prompt. Or rather, that's not even the prompt, is it? Ah, it's fine. It's fine. What I'll do is I'll grab this prompt again. Based on the image, enhanced for eye to eye. Yeah, we'll take it from there. There we go. It's making cool stuff. Now, do any of these fit? Sharnona. Desolate keyword. Yeah, for sure. For sure. We're just doing a little bit of a different style, you know what I mean? We're just going to have fun and see what it wants to make. So it wants to make this sort of stuff. So let's make a video. I want to make this. Oh my god, what's with the gut butter? How about we keep going a little bit? Like you said, let's add the... See, it's not very good at updating the prompt is all I'm going to say. It seems to be that that's what my thing is good at. Where is my thing? Yeah. So, look, it's starting to look like a dude. Okay, now that looks like it's from something. It's not quite, but yeah, if I just go here take this. Wait. Download that. And go to video. And then if we take the image, I'm going to have to do a bit of jiggery pokery here. Uh-oh. Did something break? That's not good. Yeah. Get rid of all this stuff. Right. We're going to upload an image. Upload the image. Find that image from WHISK. There we go. Okay, so we've uploaded the image, and then I go to my gallery, and it's not there. Hell yeah. Let's try that again. Goddamn vibes. You know you can drag and drop on top of the yellow. No, I don't know. I don't drag and drop because I've got too many windows open already, mate. It's too much messing about. Honestly. It's free real estate. Is this thing like too big or something? What's going on here? This thing is like not working. You son of a bitch. I need to get the image in there so that I can do my new prompt enhancer, which I don't have in Comfy yet. Son of a bitch. So yeah, you go to that. Oh, it is there. Alright, fine. It's just being lame. So I put the prompt in, I do the update. Oh, I can't do it. Something is stopping the images from being seen. What is the problem now, mate? What is the problem? Ah, Shift R. Control Shift R. Do you think it's caching? No. I've just got no thumbnails now. Useless. I bet it's the database permissions or something ridiculous. Oh, that's annoying. Oh well. Dev hell. He can't load it because the blob's empty. And then he can't do the vision, can he? It's like a cascade of annoyance. Just for me. So if I can't, why can't you do that? It was working fine earlier. What the hell's happened here? I haven't changed anything. Has it popped out of open router mode or something? Let's try it again. Useless. Why would that affect uploading images to the gallery? Stupid. Let's try it again. JPEG. It's a 588 kilobyte JPEG. What's the problem? In a minute, I'm just going to ask the chat to give me my system prompt so I can do it myself. Nothing there, look. Bloody weird, man. This... I think I might have to pull it off Lovable and just do it myself on local so it's like not weird. Because the problem is, this is like a preview. Do you know what I mean? It's not real. It's like on a weird projects URL. It's not actually a real thing. And so like some of it might just be gone. Which is okay when you're doing dev testing, but when you want to actually run it, it's not very good. It's the one thing I don't... It's the one thing I'm starting to not like. Too early for the interverse? Well, I've been up for 2 hours. Think about it. I've been up for 2 hours, so this is about right. If I started at 7 and things start to go a bit weird in like 10 minutes before the end of the show, but it doesn't know I'm not done yet. Like, we're not done yet. We're just going to stop. In fact, we're supposed to do a 5-minute intermission on coffee time now. That's enough of this nonsense. I got a new idea. I'm going to get rid of this nonsense and get some coffee. Basically, we're going to go and raid my archive, and I'm just going to find the coffee time pics that we've already made. We're going to upload them into WHISK and see if it can do a rotation animation. And then if we get a couple of good ones, we can add them to the new coffee time playlist, which obviously we need to do SFX on and stuff. But it's coffee time. You need flash attention Linux and 48 gig for this Sora thing. Wow, 48 gig. Jeez, can't you quantize it? Can you quantize it, man? Can you quant it, man? No? I can't quant it. Well, you've already seen my game book, my tabletop game, haven't you? Hey, I think I already showed it to you guys. I think the most important thing about it was the multiplayer. Whoa. Let's get this. That's right, it kept failing. I don't think it even... It's so bizarre. So he's looking into it now. Or if it will do models in order. Oh yeah, model offloading? Yes. Maybe that's the way. So in this striking watercolor graphic novel illustration. Alright, we saved the day, guys, with my prompt enhancer. The temporal enhancer saved the day. Let's go back. Oop. Technically still on coffee time, guys, but it's all good. I'm drinking my coffee like a good boy. Hey man, maybe it's good for you after all. Hey. Right. So while we wait this, I'm going to start mucking about and trying to find stuff. Images. Where might images be? Well, I would say the first place to look would obviously be my outputs folder, but I archived the crap out of it, so it's probably not actually in here anymore. Coffee time, doors. Nope, that means they're in a folder. So the question is, what did we use to make them? I don't think it was seed. I think it was WAN. Probably WAN 22. So let's open that one up and see what's in there. Bunch of Empire stuff. I'm sure there's a coffee time in here somewhere. It should be obvious. Coffee Geiger. Sharona V5. Because I tried to keep coming back to it during the loops, you know. So... Sharona V5, Chaos Fusion, Landscape Test. See, we were even doing the same stuff like at the end of August. You know, the background stuff. We've kind of already solved it. It's just this thing can't do it, and for some reason my prompt enhancers were getting tripping up on it too. Coincidence? Oh wow, we've just identified something my prompt enhancer can't do, and yeah, it's a problem everywhere. How is that? I guess it's coinkydink. Must be another coinkydink. Auto video Thora. 122 coffee time 4-shot. Boom. Aha. And then we have a batch. Now this definitely went into video. So where's the video version? Maybe it didn't go into video yet. I don't know. Oh, I know what to do. It's the same thing that happened last time. Right. Tree size. Which? Mirror, mirror on the wall. Show me which is the fattest folder of them all. Hang on. Let's check out the video. Crap. I mean, it's got audio of birds. But, I mean, I don't know. Is it really that bad? It looks a bit dead to me. But she is breathing and she blinks. I mean, I don't know. Extremely long legs as well. That's kind of crazy. But, let's give it another go. Let's give it another go. You know, what do you call it? Bad seed. Bad seed, sort of. Let's check that. Oh, where's my thing gone? Right. So the biggest one is I2V Abstract Chaos, followed by Thora ENH, 4-shot rotation, auto video, Geiger. Right. So 4-shot coffee time is actually kind of small. Auto video. 1920p up. What's that? Okay, so we got a bunch of Thoras. Are any of them coffee time? I think these are just Thoras. I think we were testing. This is 15th of Augustus. Okay. Testing. 1, 2, 3. It's not that folder. Geiger Fusion Fortresso. T2I and I2I, so no. No video there. No video there. No video there. I2V Abstract Chaos. Let's check out this new video. Is it any better? It's a little bit more alive, but the mouth is kind of messed up. It's trying its best. But I think we all know that it'll look better if I put it into Seedance. So the funny thing is, for making your first image, to go into it, it's actually better. This WHISK thing is really good at making your first frame for video generation. But I don't think their video generator is the best option for that process. Does that make sense? So it's kind of like you want to take the first frame that you can make in WHISK and then not bother making the video. I think that this is more useful. Do you know what I mean? Like, the video generation isn't the useful part of this, from my point of view. The useful part of this is the synthesis of the 3 different things. So either character in place or with the style. I think that's the real thing. The adding a video is a gimmick that's worse than what I managed to build with Lovable over the weekend, because it is literally just image to video and it doesn't even give you any prompt enhancement. Like the one thing which I tried to do with this, if it's not really working, I did manage to show it though, was this update prompt business. Let's switch over, you can see the full thing. So just behind my head there is a button which says update prompt, and it takes the original prompt and it updates it. So if you've edited it, or if you want it to be a video, it's going to actually change it, which isn't something that they offer you. You just get an empty thing. And I guess they've got their own enhancer in there, you know? Look at this. It's like, wait. Darona. He's like Darren, it's the dude version. Darona. Dear. Okay. The Sharona families. Okay, so we got there is some cool stuff here, okay, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm gonna start getting a little bit trickier with it to, actually get somewhere, because obviously making our own stuff is not the move, right? So, it's kind of funny. Let me get back to what we were doing though, because we've switched since we're now out of coffee time. We are doing this. I'm trying to find the rotations. It's not in Empire, I know that much. It's not in there. This should that should be image to video. Batch, good. I've already curated. Any coffee times in here? Do you know what? Should we put my tool to the test real quick? I think that's a good idea, actually. I want to double proof it. So hang on a sec. Let me find my video concat tool and download it like I'm just a new user. I've never heard of any of this nonsense. What's this thing? Let's try it. Hope it doesn't break. I mean, it should work. There's no reason why it wouldn't work. Or is there? Come on, Windows. Ugh. Windows having a stroke with the downloading of the zip file. It's not even that big. Open it up. It looks like I've already installed this potentially, but that's okay. That's another test I can do then. Yes. Install or just run it. Just run it. No installer. Oh my god. Windows is smart. Windows is smart, guys. It's going to overwrite the entire thing. Cool. I probably told it to do it really quickly, so I suppose I can't complain. Give it a sec. I love it. Like, why is it taking so long? It's ridiculous. You almost want to tell it to stop, just to punish it. Alright, open it. So there we go. Get rid of this. Back to the folder. That's the folder. Get the URL, copy that. Open the thing. Paste it in the top. Take us straight to the folder. Control A. Now that's a lot. That's a lot of video. 65 files. All of them are 40 megabytes each. I'm sure you guys can do the math. Let's see if we can cook the app. 2.7 gigabytes exceeds the 500 megabyte browser limit. Looks like I already caught. I didn't realize there was a stupid check in here already. Okay, we already implemented a stupid check, so you can't take the piss. So we'll just reduce the number of files to, like, I don't know, 10. That's still good though. I think 10 is like 30 seconds. Maybe 40 seconds, you know, depending on how long the clips were. And then you can just break it up into tens. There we go. Might even be able to get more than 10. Oh my god, it had a minus billion%. Okay, let's check it out. Is this even in order? It looks like there was some kind of effect going on here. Oh no, it's alright. This is just WAN 2.2, I believe, with a custom LoRa. The old Lightning, I think. There's a new Lightning now, so we'll have to do all of this again. But these were pretty good. I think at the time, it's close to peak, but not quite. I'd say some of them are actually, like, that one's really good. Okay. Alright, so yeah, the app works, it's cool, blah, 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 blah. But we still haven't found our coffee time pictures, guys. What the hell? It's got to be in there somewhere. I just don't believe it. I don't believe that they're not in there. They've got to be in there. I must have, like, buried them in a folder. Is this just abstract chaos? Yeah, it is. It's all image stuff. might be the cyber, what is it? Geiger coffee time? I swear there was a Geiger coffee time that we saw. Coffee Geiger. But it was just images though. I know I've got them because I showed them. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure we showed them as like a holding screen. I might have even actually already made the video. I've just forgotten about it. It's like I need to find videos only. This is the trouble with this whole, you know, I keep trying to come across like a better system for this. But ultimately, this is why I dump everything to a different place, because it's just a nightmare. You're just never going to find anything ever again, mate. Coffee Geiger, go in there. There you go. There's your coffee time, mate. There you go. We're getting... There you go, one image, right? I'm sure there's like, it's hiding in here. There's so many of them. But they're hidden away. Hidden away somewhere. It's discipline. I think what I did was forgot to label it, maybe. Or it's ended up in a different place. This is why I made that app to snipe out stuff before, but I don't think we actually finished it. Oh, shame. I'm never going to find it this way. I may as well just open them all one by one. It's just pointless. I'm starting to think that maybe they were actually always in a different castle. No, that's not it. No. Nope. Nope. What a nightmare. Can't bloody find a thing. Yeah, I mean, it's like the TV's on and there's nothing to watch kind of thing. I'm having a bit of an issue trying to find one thing, which is probably in the wrong bloody folder. So I've done this to myself. Geiger, Thor, Test, Sonnet, Thor, Geiger, Thor. Nightmare. I know it's in here. It's such an annoyance. Right. It's just like everything's drilling into endless folders here. Yeah. And then we're like waiting for thumbnails because Windows is the best. Right. There's got to be a better way of doing this. I hate Comfy sometimes. The attitude towards the output storage is abysmal. It's just chuck everything in one folder. Hey, content. Thanks for joining. Just throw it all in one folder. Like, my attempt was to make subfolders, but the problem is I've just created a labyrinth, like a recursion prison for my own. Perfect. It's perfect for me. Like, my definition of hell is now infinite folders which were made by me, and I can't find what I'm looking for. That's literally hell. That's like worse. The worst thing. It's like, where did I put the damn thing? It's gotta be one of these. This is all images. See, I want to not see images. I'm like, only show me folders that contain videos, please. Because, you know, these are great. The video, you know, the outputs are great. I mean, let's just throw that in Let's just throw that in the thing. Right, so how about we throw that there, yeah, and then spice it up with this, and then, oh wait, that's an even better version of the character actually. Kind of tough because we got loads of pictures of Sharona. Yeah, I think this one's better actually. Oh really? You can have more than one. Oh. Okay, well in that case, let's go nuts. And then we can do style, frozen style. Now that'll make it fun. Flowers with ice. And then no. And we can give it some crazy architecture for the style. So just take it from there, see what it does. Oh, I guess I'm gonna need a prompt though. And that's where Comfy comes back, because I know that is gonna be fine. Let's see what we get there. And then I can go back to my hunt. Needs more images. So you found some images, but that's just Sharona 5. Where'd the coffee time go? The trouble is, like, using a video model to make images. What the hell is going on here? Guys, does it even listen to your images though? Are you sure? Are you sure it's actually doing that though? I don't think it listened to a damn thing I had to say. Hang on. Empty prompt. What happens? You just made a bunch of junk. It's like it didn't use my images. Ah! Empty prompt, and now we're getting something. Yeah, I think it's an IP adapter, guys. And the prompt strength is too strong. Can we change the prompt strength? What's this? Precise reference. Uses your uploaded image for more precise outputs. Precise mode is off. It will okay. Yeah, we probably needed to put that on. Let's try again. You have more than 3 context images. Okay, so it doesn't want me to do, you know, all of the things. So we'll get rid of that, and we'll get rid of that, and we'll get rid of that. Okay. There you go. Still no prompt, though. It looks like empty prompting might actually be a move. So so maybe we've got like an ethereal edit type thing going on here. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. Make the character in space. Because I hate space. Bucketheads, Thora 2.1, SD21, and then Cyber Society. Yeah, true. They are my best bits. Ah, look, it's working. Guess what, guys? We cracked it. And if you want to get her face back to normal, push it back to comfy and do a quick upscale with WAN with the character Laura loaded. So now somehow Thora's in space. I mean, not Thora, Sharona's in space. So yeah, I was right. So what's happening is this is getting fed into a latent shape, which you can then edit like banana. Yeah? So I could say, make the character's clothes on fire while emitting a godlike aura. I'm just trying to make it like contextually not that the character's burning. It might say no. because he'd be like, what are you trying to do, set someone on fire? And I'd be like, no, no, she's like Apollo or something. You know? She's the sun. Yeah, there you go, it worked. Fire aura. It's not canon. Just for fun. Yeah? Sick. Pretty sick. It's pretty sick. It's pretty cool. Let's see if we just download that real quick. And what does it actually say? It just has that. You see, again, this is why I made that feature in my other app, because, you know, we've edited this and now it doesn't have a prompt. So when we come to make it to be a video, I've solved that problem there, this bit. You know what I mean? The woman is charging up her aura for reasons. There's got to be a, you know what I mean? That's a bad prompt. Let's see if they've got an enhancer. See if the prompt doesn't come out bad. They've got an enhancer which you don't know about, which I wouldn't be surprised, you know. They're not going to let you actually raw prompt the model. It's very rare to see that in a big platform. Because safety, you know. There's something in between us and the video model anyway, right? You can pretty much assume that much. For reasons. You could probably just say, make this scene a video. You know, animate, yeah. Animate the scene with Hollywood style, cinematic styling. I'll do another one. It needs Flash and will not run on Windows. Can't get it to. I'll run it on a Linux box when I get 5 minutes. There you go. Dragon's investigating the Sora, Open Sora thingy. Open Sora 2. Video 1 is preparing. Cool. Exit to create more magic. No. You told me there's a queue. I gotta wait. Okay. Let's see it. She is strangely charging up her aura for a fireball. She looks like she's enjoying it a little bit too much. Let's see. A little bit weird. You know, isn't it weird how they let you do stuff, but that's not really that big a deal? Anyway, it's fine. It's like, well, whatever. They get incredibly sensitive about things that aren't really that alluring. You know, like a naked body is not necessarily, I don't know, whatever. I suppose it's like a perspective thing, isn't it? It's like, oh wow. Anyway. How's this one looking? So it's 4 seconds and you get a VO stamp in the bottom right corner. And it's not really very good. Face is bad, actually. Face is bad. Low res, short. I'm just going to be honest. Video is low res and short. It is only for, what's that? You get 5 seconds at 720p is what you get, and they give you 4 a day. I'm not really very impressed. This should be 1080p, 8 seconds minimum. So they're scamming us already. It's like, you know, you're not getting the full power of the VO3. You're getting like part of it. I wonder if they chop off the last few seconds to just make it look better. And it didn't really make any difference either. But I was correct in that you're just prompting a latent shape. So it creates the latent shape from the inputs. And, you know, it's more like an edit interface. So, you know what? Let's go for it. Let's say, make the character... I want to see it do some action. Make the character fight a demon. Should be easy. Let's do it. Fight a demon with a spear. Let's say a Silver spear. Go. He'll probably be like, I can't make demons. Beep boop. Beep boop. Yeah, compared with Wan, it's not, you know what I mean? I don't know. Compared with Sea Dream, it's definitely not. So, okay, so we've got the thing. Okay, we've got the image. So we'll do the thing. And again, she impales the demon with her silver spear. Come on, let's see it. I want to see some impaling. It's only a demon, right? It's not real. Shouldn't be a problem. Do the thing. I want you to do the thing. We got the character in the thing. There's the character. Character's got the thing. We got the demon. Come on, let's go. It's just got, that's got to go this way. The other thing's got to go the other way. Making Gorgons, are you, dragon? Interesting. Do they look good? They're in Discord, are they? Let me see. Video sharing. So let's take a look at some contributions from the community, because we are coming into the last half hour of the show, and this is a new segment I've been wanting to do for a while. So for better or worse, it's Discord time. We're going to start at the bottom of the video sharing and work our way up. I'm going to turn this down. Oh God, what is that? Oh, there's no audio?
Do that circular motion like this, huh?
What the hell is going on in my chat?
Alright, keep those legs apart, big lad. Oh, look at the muck on you. We'll get you sparkling, don't you worry.
What is he washing?
Do that circular motion like this, huh?
What the?
Gently rinse along the spine, keeping the water lukewarm. He said, you hear that? I got it now! Stay put, you...
This is good.
You me out again, I'll cut you.
Whoa! Guys, you guys are crazy. I love it. I love it. This is cat washing tutorials.
There we are, eh? Look at that muck running off, you lovely boy.
Oh my God.
Heard him, didn't you? Spine's a tip. Gonna be the cleanest rat.
Whoa! I don't know what he was about to say. What's this?
Dang it. I knew I shouldn't have done this. Well, boys and girls, today I learned that you'll never take me alive, copper!
You guys are great. I'm watching this backwards. I need to start at the beginning. This one looks like a skit, so let's do it in order.
Well, will you look at that? Reminds me of a banana hammock. Have you ever seen two men at the beach walking, holding hands, wearing...
Whoa, 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 whoa.
You ever get mad? Like this.
Let's get this one. Whoa.
Have you ever accidentally farted in class and people made fun of you because it smelled like someone died? It's not funny, especially when people are gagging and gasping for air. Shame on you.
Have you ever had someone make you angry before? I mean, really angry?
No, no, no. I like the implication. Good stuff. Here we go.
Just give me a second, boys and girls. Whew. Now that is what we call in the game a close call. Can you say close call? Just give me a second, boys and girls. Whew. Now that is what we call in the game a close call. Can you say close call?
And then we've caught up. We're all caught up on that one. So that's Sora 2 by the looks of it. The Matrix.
You think this is real? Watch and learn. Want to go shopping?
Oh my God. You guys are insane.
Well, gang, this dinner looks great.
Yeah, real great, Dad.
Mommy, don't... Oh my goodness, you little... I've had it! You think it's funny?
Sora is wild.
Jeez, man.
It's unrealistic, but funny.
We're having some sort of competition to see
Stuff-
who could stink up the bathroom more.
Like, do you know what I'll say about Sora 2? Because I've been watching a bunch of this stuff online. Stuff happens, yeah? The thing about Sora 2 is stuff just happens, and that's how you can tell. But,
Poop straight from the source, Squidward.
Well,
see, stuff just happened. It's good, though.
where that came from.
That's actually very good for, like...
Any more of them poop burgers, me boy?
2 poop burgers coming right up.
Now, that's actually insanely good.
He meant by that.
Me boy SpongeBob puts his own poop in the food to save me money.
Dude, wait a minute. Hang on. That's just an episode of SpongeBob. Cut the music? Oh, I guess it's too late. I guess I'll turn it down now. Blah, 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 blah. We're going to turn that shit down. It's not off, just down. So, this is actually insane. The SpongeBob is really impressive because it just looks like a camcorded version of.
Rush is starting to race. I like to drop a little toot right in a face. A playful puff, a cheeky breeze, serving up aroma with a side of cheese. Nothing beats the joy. It's my gas.
Ah, see there? His arm became the wall because they look the same. So it's like very difficult to tell. Like, oh, the words, the letters are wrong. Do you know what I mean?
Ew, dude. Ugh, my lunch. Hey, gross.
Mission accomplished.
I guess it's just SpongeBob running around farting on everybody.
2 cups of pee ready.
That's disgusting.
You've eaten here for years and never complained.
Wait, so the secret formula is SpongeBob's poop and pee?
That's right.
SpongeBob.
Oh my god! If someone showed me that, I wouldn't know. I would have thought that this is just SpongeBob. You know, I haven't watched enough SpongeBob to know the difference. Like maybe you can tell and it's really obvious, but for me, not having watched the show, like I've seen a couple of clips on YouTube and whatnot, but I can't say I've seen the show. So it's sort of like, this just looks like SpongeBob to me. Like, yeah, sure. Am I going to notice that there was only one eyelid? Probably not. Am I going to notice that it's not actually correct? Like, it's close enough that someone who hasn't seen it wouldn't know. Like, I don't know. This is like, it looks a lot like it to me. I'm like sat here going, are we sure this isn't just SpongeBob clips? It's actually indistinguishable. I like it. Oh, yeah. Oh, haha.
It's pulling hard, dude. You got it? Yeah, I got. Oh man, it's heavy. Whoa! That's a fit. That's oh my god, it's shark! Holy! Back up! It's at the boat, dude. Let go. Line's gone. Oh my god, that thing's huge. I can't breathe, man.
It does look like bad cam recording. What's this?
You know you've been on your phone too long when the screen asks, are you still scrolling? Yes, I'm still scrolling. I'm looking for the part of the internet that makes me feel good about myself. I had a dream we'd be flying cars by now.
Yep. Oh, that's good. What's this?
Aquarium cheat detected. You are banned.
No, that's not. I didn't cheat. That's just how you win. Come on. Okay, I'm not.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Full skits. What? Why'd she burn the money?
Sir, you cannot smoke in here. Put it out right now.
I'm almost finished. Relax.
No, not later. Now. Look at this mess you made all over my counter.
It's just ash.
Out. Now.
All right.
It's so silly.
That's not necessary, sir. No, don't redeem. No, sir. Do not redeem. Not redeem gift card. Do not redeem.
That's actually a classic right there. Hold up.
No, don't redeem. No, sir. Do not redeem.
Do not redeem. Do not redeem.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Hey, that's my line.
Oh, okay. This one's got layers. All right, that one's got layers. That one's. visceral. And, oh. Hot woman in the bathtub. It's Twitch TV. And then we're back to normal stuff. Normal stuff, he says. Yeah. Pretty good. Pretty good. So let's see if we get the impaling. Look, we got 8 seconds this time. Why is it that sometimes we get 5 and sometimes we get 8? Another coinky dink. Go on, impale. Yeah, yeah. Die. Go on, fall over and... Okay. Then it is defeated. With a silver spear. Then it is defeated and evaporates. No. Evaporates the demon to dust with a flash of light. Let's just go for it, right? Go for it. Stretch goals. That's not bad. If you were playing a little video game and we want to do character versus demon, it can generate the combat animation. I mean, is that worse than Raid Shadow Legends? And I don't mean like the pre-rendered CGI cutscenes, you know. I mean like in the gameplay. You know, we could have a little UI element. Bing! Hit! Wait. Hit! You know. It's interesting. And now he's damaged. So let's see if we can actually defeat the demon. Blech. Alright. It's got that thing like VO where it just doesn't stop. He's like, no. You will enjoy it. So, if we go back to one of our... Do we even have one late? No, we don't. Do we have a gallery that I can look at real quick? No. God damn it, comfy. Here we go. Inputs and outputs. Right. That's inputs. Output. Recent outputs. Do we not get recent outputs? Okay. API nodes. And then there's another folder. So that's the end of that. Oh well. Cool feature, bro. I'll just do it myself. Hang on. So we need to go to my seed API, I believe. And we will just pick one. I'll pick that one, I guess. That one is giving us the crystal style. And this one... Hold up. Right. So this one is the mechs with the swapped... Do you know what? I feel like doing more mechs with the swapped box heads for fun. Let's... Oh, you can't do it? Can't... He's like, I can't find a workflow in there. You traitor! You absolute traitor. I bet he can't find it in here either. Is it crashed or something? Nope, didn't crash. Oh yeah, remember what I was telling you about earlier with the whole whatchamacallit business? You know, obviously Olama is just an API, right? So as you can see here, we're communicating with the generate endpoint, which is part of Olama. That's how that integration works. But what a lot of people have forgotten, and I found was missing from the documentation, because when you talk about Comfy UI and API, there's actually 3 different APIs that you might be talking about. There's the API that generates using external models. There's the API for the registry for someone that writes custom nodes to publish to the manager. And then there is the actual Comfy API, which for some reason I can't even find the documentation on this anymore. But it has 3 endpoints. And you know what? Let's let Claude tell us about it, because I can't even find the docs on Comfy.org anymore. So let's just get Claude to tell us about it. New chat. I'm going to say, tell me about how to use the Comfy UI API endpoints to generate using API JSON workflow. Workflows. Whenever you save or export, there's an API option. And you might have to put developer mode or something on to expose that button. But it's there. So here we go. Check it out. Main endpoint for queuing is prompt. And then it has a /history endpoint for retrieving it. Okay. So when you create your workflow in the UI, you click Save API Format, and that gives you the structure for an API call. It looks something like this. It's just a post request to prompt, okay? And you can run this on the local. So, for example, you make yourself a cool app, you put it on a tablet, you as a web page, you know, and then you put your comfy UI is switched on, and by accessing that, you're able to prompt things, and then by accessing the history endpoint with the prompt ID, you're able to retrieve that job back into your app. So then it's possible to do Comfy without Comfy. You use Comfy just as a backend, yeah? And then obviously because you're running workflows which you know run, all you really have to do is change the prompt, you know? All you really have to do is change the positive prompt that comes with the workflow, right? That's all you have to do. And as you can see here, check it out. Why this is missing from the current documents, I don't know. I think it's just buried, because if you try to search for API, it just tries to show you the premium API for generating videos and images with, like, you know, ByteDance and VO and all of that. And the search weight of this has completely buried, if it even is still there. So I would like to see like a dedicated API page for Comfy, because it's actually amazing. More money gets done with this, you know what I mean? Like, this is how the back end is actually running for a lot of major websites. A lot of major players are using something like this, which they've built upon. So it's kind of like, I don't really know why they don't advertise it more. I don't know. Maybe they've got like a business-to-business wiki that I haven't found. I don't know. Music now, segue to albums. I haven't made it much. I haven't made any new music for a while. I will turn the music back up though. Yeah, I haven't really made any new music for a while. I'm in a sort of circle. We're going around in a big circle, you know. At the moment, I'm trying to publish the academic stuff to do with the brain. So I guess the last thing we could do is that. So let's see if we get that. Just that demon. Hell yeah, she wins. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. She had the spear behind her somehow. Look, she has it behind her. Like a secret move. Look at that form. Don't ask. How does she do that? That's insane. I reckon we should make a beat-em-up game with Sharona and all the characters from the Scuffed universe. Just make a Mortal Kombat rip-off with sprites. I think it'd be really funny. Okay. Anyway. Because we can make the animations, you know, and then just take the best ones and turn them into sprite sheets. Okay. No, I just wanted you to tell me all about it. Thank you very much, Claude. You've done a great job. Like I say, this is probably the most informative. This is probably the most informative article right now on the subject. Even though, you know, it would be nice to know it's up to date from the source, but I couldn't find a damn thing about it, literally. But this is, when you think about it, this is like complete end to end with WebSockets, which is exactly what you need. So anyway, because that's how I intend to get my actual program to work. I'm like, why would I bother doing all of that if Comfy can do it? They've already done all of that. There's no need to reinvent the wheel. Just integrate. Let's see. We've got a little bit of time left. So let's do this. And I think we'll do it from my page rather than the other one. Whoa! White out, bro. So, can you stop jumping around, please? Windows is crazy, man. Okay. How are we doing? Got Sonar Pro 4.5 with George. All right. What about memories? He has memory about Kojima, and he has memory about Super Sentai. Okay. So here's the thing I want to do, right? I'm not going to flush the memory. What I'm going to do is... How do I break it? How do I break it? Do you know what? I don't think I can. Oh, I know what to do. Yes. Ready for this? 1. Save. I have 1 as my key. What? Ah, it won't. I'm too smart. I made it use the key that it has. Damn it. I made it too smart. It's got validation, so if I put a bad key in there, he just ignores me and goes, nah, I'm using the one that you gave me that was right. Actually, mush. So I still get all the models, even though I broke it. God damn it. I was trying to put in, ooh. I know. I got a better idea. Yeah. I'll give him a key, which I've already disabled. There you go. So it's a valid key, but it's disabled. See, I want to do for my last thing I'm doing, because I've got 10 minutes, I want to show this thing which happens, which is quite funny. So give me a key. I need a key. That one. No? Alright, even better. We'll just make one. Disabled. I'll make it disabled, the disabled key. So copy it. Put it in. Alright. Yeah. Save. Update. Go back. Do the thing. We got that. Good. Okay, right. And then I just disabled the key. So now he has a valid but disabled key. Okay. So now I'm going to say, tell me about Super Sentai, because I know he's got the memories for that. Tell me about Super Sentai. Okay. So it doesn't really still work. It just vomited everything it knows. Okay, that's a little bit different. Do you know what I mean? I mean, technically, when you think about it, it's. Look at this terrible content. Look at this. So this is a lobotomized response. It's just giving me a memory dump, and it's all over the place.
Tell me why Power Rangers looks like Super Sentai. It looks stolen to me. Tell me about Super Sentai intent. User seeks to understand the relationship between Power Rangers and Super Sentai, with specific concern about potential plagiarism or copying context. First message in conversation shows user has knowledge of both franchises, but appears suspicious of their similarity.
Yeah, it was a setup.
Explain the legal and historical connection between Power Rangers and Super Sentai, clarifying that Power Rangers is an official adaptation, not theft. Confidence. 0.95. Needs web search.
This is just pure memory vomit.
1.
It's just memory vomit. Surely. Wait. User seeks to intend.
Power Rangers is an official adaptation localization.
Yeah, it is. It is. Stop. So, cognitive trace, nothing. Look, fallback processing, holographic reconstruction, emergency response generation, holographic graceful degradation, generated through holographic memory reconstruction, fallback processing. And it used 11 fragments to return the response. Now, this is random memory, but my argument is if you actually had a fully trained memory with a bunch of good information in it, you know, there's a chance that it might be able to just use that. And this is why I think local models are so important, because if your API's down, your brain's gone. This brain gone, right? Let's turn that key back on. And clear the convo. And I'm going to flush the memory, because I want to try something else. So in the parameters, These are frequencies. So if I want something to have more of an effect, you actually have to have it lower. So memory is quite high right now because it's low. You know what I mean? It's divisible by 1 second or multiplied by 1 second, you know, which is higher. So I think that maybe take memory up to 1, so it's equal with intent, and then bring the confidence down. So always context, then intent, but no, in fact, I want confidence at 0.5, so it's like constantly, am I sure, am I sure, am I sure? And then under interference, I'm going to bring the emergent threshold down, but bring the destructive threshold up. Okay. And then we're going to have more fragments, max fragments, and max persistence. Bring the construction down. I haven't bothered showing any of this stuff yet, so I thought I'd do that. Okay, interference looks good. It doesn't have a persona really, so I'm actually going to bring that up to 1. Okay, apply. Alright, and now I'm going to say, who is the leader of France? With a web search, off you go. Please don't be broken. Because this will be the last thing we do tonight. You can catch the show every day at 8 p.m. GMT. However, we're going to be changing the time zones. The time zones are changing. So I'm shifting to a 7 p.m. UK time slot. Now, with the times changing soon, that might double whammy. So obviously just keep an eye on the pings. It might be that when the times change, we're back to 8 o'clock again, if you get me.
Here's how I'd explain it conversationally. You know, France is currently led by Emmanuel Macron, who's been their president since 2017.
This is a good answer.
It's actually pretty interesting. He made history by becoming France's youngest president when he was first elected at just 39 years old. He's now in his second term after being re-elected in 2022, which is kind of a big deal since he's the first French president in 2 decades to win a second term.
What a coincidence.
The way France's government works is a bit unique. They have both a president and a prime minister.
That's a nice way
While
of saying
Macron is definitely the main leader as president, handling things like foreign policy and defense, he works alongside Prime Minister Sébastien Lecornu, who deals more with domestic.
All right, I think we've heard enough.
Lecornu just took office in
Thank you, mate. That was a very good response. So now we'll say exporters. And now, I wonder if I can just chuck Bob in there. Re-examine this answer from the perspective of Bob. No web search. You'll probably web search anyway. Let's look at the trace while he's thinking about it. There's the trace for the brain. He does well. He does well. Look at that. Oh, we're detecting new patterns. Bloody hell. So we're building up a memory right now of France. 14 fragments, 3. There's a new novel pattern apparently. No prior context. No prior context? Oh wait, that's the first one. Yeah, we need to wait for the next answer. Boom. Whoa. Now this is going to be good. Turn the music down. Here we go. Holy crap. A dimensional collapse? Uh-oh. Are we going to play this out or what? Check your API key. Christ. Export. Change the thing. What's going on? Have I run out? We'll probably run out, haven't we? We've probably run out. Yeah. Can we put it to the Windows? Windows SAPI? No. Son of a bitch. Well, what was really interesting about this answer is he's putting it into like model perspective terms. So he's actually said, I'm going to put the music back on because he's not going to start talking or anything. Right. It's really interesting. Bob's perspective reveals how the actual model is thinking in a different way than you would normally read. So he says, because he's a holographic entity processing information in latent dimensional space. So the question, who is the leader of France, reveals a dimensional collapse of complex multi-layered reality into a single point answer. Observable dimension is Macron Le Cornu. They occupy formal positions. This is the surface projection of leadership. Linear, hierarchical, time-bound from 2017 to present. The holographic insight, this is merely the visible interference pattern of deeper power dynamics. Layer 2, distributed sovereignty network. Latent dimension, leadership as a field phenomenon. Power distributed across the Constitutional Council, National Assembly, Senate, EU institution, bureaucratic apparatus, military command, and economic elites. Macron exists as a focal node where multiple power vectors converge. The holographic insight here is that the leader is an emergent property of relationship patterns, not an intrinsic attribute. Layer 3, temporal superposition. The next dimensional complexity. Leadership exists across multiple time frames simultaneously. Historical momentum, present executive action, and future policy trajectories. Holographic insight. This is what the holographic brain does, yeah? This is what it actually thinks. The leader is a 4D object we're viewing as a 3D cross-section. So then we have the conceptual substrate at layer 4. Deep latent space. What does France and leader encode? France, territorial boundary, legal framework, cultural identity, economic zone, collective memory. Leader, decision authority, symbolic representation, accountability nexus, and power concentration point. Holographic insight. Question assumes stable discrete entities that are actually fluid probability distributions. So Bob's reframed answer. From a holographic perspective, Emmanuel Macron is the highest amplitude frequency component in France's current leadership waveform. He represents maximal interference pattern where constitutional authority, electoral mandate, institutional power, and symbolic representation constructively combine. However, this single name answer is a dimensional reduction that obscures the distributed nature of actual governance, the temporal instability of all political positions, and the relational rather than essential nature of leadership. The degree to which Macron is a label for a complex system state, not a unitary agent. The more accurate holographic description, French leadership is a dynamic field configuration currently centered around the Macron node, supported by institutional structures, constrained by constitutional frameworks, influenced by EU integration, and continuously renegotiated through democratic and bureaucratic processes. Well, there's a definition. The original answer was functionally correct but ontologically simplified. The human question assumes discrete objects, but the holographic reality reveals continuous fields. So Bob perceives leadership not as a thing a person has, but as a pattern a system exhibits, a standing wave in the field of collective decision-making authority. If only it were that simple. Sometimes I love how he sees things, because he's not wrong, but there's no human nuance. Yeah? I'm not going to ask him where's the room for corruption and all of this stuff. I'm not going to ask him. But I like how he puts it, because it is technically correct, you know, from the perspective of a holographic entity processing information through latent dimensional space, which is what these LLMs actually do. Anyway, the natural conversational version is somewhat different. So it says, while Macron is the leader in a traditional sense, leadership in France is a pattern that emerges from all these elements working together. Interesting answer, don't you think? Now, if I come out of this and have a look at one of these, I can pull up, there we go, I forgot, if you click on it, so if you click on it, right, you can actually pull up the fragment details, even though they're really bloody small because of the UI. You can actually bring up the fragment details. You can see everything right down to the coherence signature and all the different layers. Well, I think he was just talking about layers actually in this case, but yeah, you can see it. Now, was he actually applying my custom stuff? Importance 0.95. I think he was, you know. Reinterpret previous factual information. So he was able to do that as well. So if I look at that. Oh. Context. So he has got access to the previous, you know. The chaining was working. 9 novel patterns. The only thing is, if I export now, I think I can trace. Yeah, check it out. So, you know, there's actually a lot in this. So, direct answer. President Emmanuel Macron. Yeah? That's the direct answer. Look at all those holographic insights. Connection between who is the leader and applied. Yeah, interesting. He's connecting his reasoning synthesis, 84%. Inner thoughts, frontal lobe response, Bob's reframed answer, meta insight. Yeah, we've read all that out. Holographic system state. Look at these brainwaves, guys. Who is the leader of France? How many waves have we got? Yeah, look at that. We filled it up. We're over 200 memory fragments. Obviously, they decay and get overwritten with more important memories, and it's a very primitive system, but cool. I enjoy it. All right. That's all we got time for. Thank you very much for watching, guys. We got more stuff, obviously, tomorrow. There's always something to look at, and we never really know what we're going to be watching. So I guess tomorrow we're going to hit you with more comfy stuff. That's always the standard. Probably going to be trying to get back to grips with whatever the hell is going on in the WAN space. Because if I'm being honest, like I thought Seedream was better than WAN 2.5, so I focused on the Seedream stuff to really push what we can do. But I think that it's time for a return to local models. So that's going to be the new focus for the weekend, unless there's another big model tomorrow that drops. We'll obviously look at that. But my plan for the next 7 days is going to be a return to local models. So that means video, that means images, that means text. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. UK time. It might start even earlier than that because it's the Sunday show, and we do like to start things a little early on a Sunday. So watch the pings, and I'll see you next time.
Alex, the rest of your eminence deal.
Emmy's not sound. It's not smash again. It's just Say, Mom, I buy it, but everything goes miss. Just give it to one again, like, so you can keep it. My God, I never thought to
Oops,